What's up? Gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. I'm still quite smackled by by my trip. I'm still very tired of it. So I'm sorry, guys. No amount of caffeine is helping out. No amount of caffeine can help me out. By the way, I knew the leopard print would trigger somebody, and it did last stream. It's so funny to me that they are triggered by the leopard print, but not by the precedence of their actions or consequences of their actions as well. TikTok is way worse. I don't know what you mean. Hey, what's up, Twisted? Hello, Bretta. Hey, Renee. How you doing? Renee, I should write to you on Instagram. The thing that I told you, they never responded to me. So, hey, PR, how you doing? Hey, Jason. I'm a little deflated, but we'll persevere. It's fine.
Yeah, no, they have the same life. They did also.
Wait, do they have it?
So
Wait,
if I kill a human, if I kill a human or a plant, is it the same?
No, the human. No. That's the same.
Wait. Why?
The human,
No. It's the same.
The human. No, that's the same. The human is the. How can I translate it?
Hey, Slim, what's up?
Let me translate it for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, about to go.
Yeah, so this is like a plants rights activist again.
Oh, can I help you out with that? Can I? Sorry.
You can try.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best.
Sure. So 612. If I prove to you that plants can't feel, are you gonna change your mind or?
I think the humans, the main character for the life. They have all things. We have planet, and the same thing we have.
Sorry, how is
animals.
that an answer to my question? If I told you, if I prove to you that what you think about plants is incorrect, they are alive, but they can't like experience life and all of that stuff. They can't feel pain. If I prove that to you with a scientific paper, are you going to change your mind?
What do you mean? Explain this. I don't understand this. My English is not that level.
Okay, I'll slow it down. I'm so sorry. So I have a paper that debunks, says it's not true that plants have
paper for the what?
I'm really trying to explain. Are you listening? Although, like, if I finish my
yes, I'm listening, but I know what the paper. I know the paper. It's
this is the only chance you have to speak,
writing.
bro.
You're writing on it, the paper.
I'm so sorry.
You mean the
it's
612? I'm not understanding you.
My English is very simple. You have to simple it for.
So you're still not understanding me? You're saying me speaking, you don't understand what I'm saying?
Yes, not the whole thing.
Okay. So you know what a scientific paper is?
Scientific? What's scientific?
Yeah, science. Science is like the study
of...
Yes, the study of everything that is scientific. You know what science is?
The things you have to write it in.
Yeah. So biology is a science. Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Mathematics, science.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a paper that was written by scientists that says, and it's a very good paper from an expert that says that plants cannot experience life or feel pain. So I'm asking if I gave you this paper and explained how the plants really can't feel pain,
You mean the paper saying the planet doesn't have a pain?
I'm so sorry. I'm not understanding you now. Can you please? Can you move closer to the mic? Wherever your microphone is, can you come closer to it?
I have a. I don't know how can I name my mic?
Well, what are you using? Are you using your phone?
Yes.
Okay, so just turn your phone horizontally and talk into the holes in there. Just do that. Just put your phone closer to your face.
No, I'm not using. Using headphones.
Oh, headphones. And so, okay, so you can't use. Okay, I understand. Okay, that's fine. Can you repeat then what you said? I just I didn't hear what you said, or I didn't understand.
I am not understand what you say also.
Well then, yeah, I think there is a language barrier in a way that we can't really cover. In any case, listen, I'm gonna put the paper in the chat. So just put it into ChatGPT, ask it to translate it and to simplify it. So make it easy for you to cover, right? Just do that. Yeah.
What's the paper? You mean the paper that said the planet doesn't have the field?
So just take this paper, right? And it explains why plants can't feel pain, right? I tagged you in the chat.
But that's one paper doesn't have doesn't say.
Well, it's a very good.
Doesn't have a,
hold on. So it's a very good paper, and it has explanation.
That's
612. Please listen. Please listen. I'm explaining why this paper is better than any other paper, right? So other papers usually don't make the claim that plants are conscious. You will not find that claim that plants are conscious. Some of them will imply it. And now I'm just talking to my chat and people like that. You might not understand what I'm saying, but that's okay. So some papers might imply consciousness through all kinds of mechanisms.
Imply? What's imply?
Imply means suggest politely, but not say out. They don't say plants are conscious. No paper says that ever. I've gone through all of them. And they just imply that a plant can be conscious. They say maybe through mechanisms. So this paper addresses those mechanisms, and the people who wrote it are neuroscientists of consciousness. So I talked actually to one of them. So they are the experts in the field, and they debunk one by one all the mechanisms that are proposed to imply that maybe plants are conscious. But nobody said, literally nobody ever, who is a scientist would say that plants are conscious. We just don't have evidence for that, and we have evidence to the contrary. Again, I'm so sorry, you probably understood none of this, but I'm talking to my chat at this point. I'm so sorry. Okay?
Not understand.
Yeah, I know, I'm so sorry. It's just a language barrier. I don't know what to do.
I'm here to learning. Anyway.
Yeah.
You tell me this is paper that's improve the planets doesn't have a field.
Yeah.
That's right.
For sure. That is truth for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, this is one paper.
No, but I just explained why this one paper trumps all other papers, but also no other paper says that plants can feel pain. No paper says that. Maybe an article from a journalist says that somewhere, but when you go to the paper itself, nobody says plants are conscious. Literally, nobody in the world is crazy enough to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for your input.
I'm not
again. Do you know about that?
Again, I'm not understand a whole thing.
Well, let's just move on from you,
but-
612. With all the respect, let's just talk to somebody who does understand English. I'm so sorry.
No, plants are really kind with me, and they give to me a food, and they are really happy when I talk with them. So yes,
So
They
what's
have a
the
consci-
evidence for happiness of your plants?
yes, yeah, my plants are really happy.
Yeah, so what's the evidence
So
for that? The
when I
plants that plants are happy. What's the evidence for that?
Yeah, um, I don't really know, but I feel it.
Oh, okay. So your feelings are valid, but this is an empirical claim.
Yeah,
so we're just
because
going to ignore your
I'm
feelings for
real,
now.
and I'm real. So all I say is right. Okay.
Well, that's great. Your feelings are, again,
I
your
don't-
feelings are
yeah.
valid, but this is an empirical claim. So you can't make an empirical claim based on your feelings. You need evidence for that. So if you don't have evidence, frankly, I don't know why you believe what you believe, because it is an empirical claim, right? Like saying feelings, oh, I feel happy about me. That's valid. Hold on. I'm talking.
I don't care about
I'm talking.
the
Hold on.
scientist.
Joe,
Okay.
Joe, can you learn how to listen for a second, right? So I was talking.
No.
So, oh no, okay, thank you. So we just move on to somebody else, if you don't mind.
Oh, let's go. You
Yeah,
can speak.
we just move on to somebody else because you're not willing to listen.
No, tell me.
Okay. So me saying I feel happy, I have access to that information because I am me, right? So that's where the feelings are valid. When you're saying somebody else is happy, you should have evidence for that. Either they should tell you that they're happy and then you have an indication, at least some kind of an inference that they are happy. And if they can't tell you, there might be like external signs to it. And then you have also like scientific evidence, right? To whether or not a being can or cannot be happy, can or cannot experience that happiness, right? But you can't say, well, I feel that my plants are happy and ask us to accept that. No, you need evidence for it. Other plants
Okay,
should
okay.
hold
I
on.
understand.
Other plants should
that's not just,
hold on. Other plants should tell you that they're happy, or you should have scientific evidence behind it.
Yes, I have.
Okay,
like,
present that. Fantastic.
Yeah, one day, I told with my plants, and then he start to grow up. Okay, and since I speak with my plant, they are really productive. You know.
Mm-hmm. So what's the evidence that plant, even if you continue talking, wouldn't die? What's the evidence for that specific plant? Right, there could be circumstantial evidence, right? Like its root might be rotting or something like that. And even if you continue talking, it still could have died, right? But it's a nice hypothesis. We have evidence that plants cannot experience any of that shit. That's just like mumbo jumbo. And we have evidence from neuroscientists of consciousness, right?
Is this the respect? That's right. Complete your talk.
Again, 612, I'm so sorry. There is just like a language barrier where I can't simplify what I have to say even more for you. I'm so sorry. It's my problem, not yours.
Regardless of all these things, you tell me this. Let's back to the paper. Regardless of these things about the paper, this is the paper from the holy book from the science. That's what you said.
Can you put it in chat?
A lot of... What do you say?
Whatever paper you're talking about, you talking about my paper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. You're talking about your paper is your paper is the best paper in the world or something like this. You mean this paper is this is thing you know about it? You're talking to the people who made in this paper, they say they are this paper is real.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you're not sure about the whole papers talking about planets failing.
Well, I
You
am
know,
sure.
this
So
is a lot. This is a lot of papers talking about planet shore. You can't mix all of these things in the trash and taking your paper.
well, no.
You understanding me?
So the thing is, at 612, there is something called hierarchy of evidence. So
Hierarchy. What's
yeah, hierarchy of evidence means
Don't-
some evidence is better than other evidence for that claim.
This guy fucking a chicken?
Sorry?
What's going on here?
We're just talking about stupid shit like plants feel pain, plants don't feel pain.
Oh,
Yeah, can we actually
video.
move on to like actual?
not about feel
Conversation.
pain. They have a life. They feel
Yeah, sure.
pain. The whole thing.
Yeah, so
Like everything.
hold on. So bacteria are alive as well, yes?
Yes,
Yes. Should we not kill
But you're not-
bacteria?
but you're not gonna eat the bacteria. You're not.
Well, yeah,
You're not-
I'm taking the claim.
You'll kill the bacteria because they are. Maybe if you didn't kill this bacteria, they're gonna kill you.
Well,
or
no, some bacteria are very helpful to humans.
Some bacteria.
Yeah,
some-
I'm just
some
asking
bacteria-
if it's okay to kill
Some
bacteria or
bacteria
not.
you're using this.
What do you think is
yes.
Hold on, 612. What do you think is worse?
Yes,
What do you hold on? What do you hold on? What do you think is worse, killing bacteria or killing an animal, like a dog, for instance?
the same
Killing
thing.
millions of bacteria, man. That's
The
bad.
same thing. The same thing. You're not gonna eat
Can you
the
answer
dog.
my question though, please?
The same thing.
The same thing, killing bacteria and killing an animal.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay,
yes,
okay.
yes, yes, yes. The
Well,
same thing. If you're
you
gonna
just-
eat,
Yeah.
or you're gonna make something good of
Well,
killing
yeah.
them.
So I would
That's the
say,
thing.
yeah, I would say bacteria doesn't have consciousness, so I don't care about bacteria, and I don't understand
What's
why
being
you
conscious
why
of?
you do. And like, by the way, that makes you like a murderer, like a genocider, right? Because every day you kill billions of bacteria just by existing. Yeah.
And every day you are kill billions of planets also.
Yeah, well,
You're a
not
murderer
billions.
also.
I
You're a murderer
personally,
also.
yeah, I kill some plants, but I
Yes.
don't care about any of that. So bacteria and plants, I don't care about. They are not conscious.
What?
They're not conscious. No consciousness in bacteria or plants.
What
So
mean
I don't care.
consciousness? Feelings or what?
Consciousness is being like awake and aware of your surroundings, having feelings, thinking, having a brain.
Yes.
That's consciousness. Bacteria and plants don't have that, so I don't care.
You said the bacterians, and plants doesn't have this thing. You didn't care about them.
Yeah, bacteria don't
have a
have
life.
a brain.
But they have a life.
Yeah,
But
so
they have a life also.
what? I don't care. Why should I care about a life?
You said I don't kill animals because they are alive.
No,
They're alive.
no, because they're conscious.
Oh, you have to say-
No, because they're conscious, not because they're alive. I don't care about life, simplicity. Because they're conscious.
The consciousness. No, the consciousness. No, not the matter.
Well, you asked me
That's
why you ask me why I don't kill animals, and it's because they're conscious, not because they're alive.
You
Also, I do
said
kill some
because they're
animals.
conscious.
I'm aware of that as well. I can talk about the difference between the animals you kill and the animals I kill.
The conscious, the planets also have a conscience.
So, sorry, what?
The planets are if you
No,
like to
plants
say,
don't have
the planets
consciousness.
already have conscience.
Plants don't have consciousness. Literally, nobody.
How
Nobody
how
in
do you know?
science makes
How
the
do you
claim
know?
that plants are conscious. Nobody.
How do you know?
Nowhere.
Only
Oh,
thing you know. This
I've
is
read
the
all.
Bible you have.
I read all the scientific papers proposed on the matter, all of them.
All the science.
Yeah,
all
science.
Them?
Yeah. That's how we know if something is
science.
true or false when it's empirical. We read scientific papers. Yeah. That's how
What?
we know it. Definitely. Yeah. If you
What do you
don't
say?
read scientific papers, you basically resign to like believing bullshit. Sometimes.
What's bullshit?
Well, if you don't read science, if you are science denialist, you believe whatever. And I don't want to believe whatever. I want to believe what's true. That's why I read scientific papers.
If science from a vegan people,
Sorry? Excuse me?
what's given?
No,
If-
this is
if a
I talked to John Malat, so the neuroscientist of consciousness that wrote
Have you
this
talked?
paper.
Maybe
He's not vegan.
This guy alive.
This guy is
Maybe
not
this
vegan.
guy is
This guy is not
maybe he's
vegan.
lying to
Those
you.
people are not vegan, so they don't have that bias.
Okay. No, he's not vegan. Maybe he's lying to you.
Sorry, maybe he's lying to me through the paper. He's lying through the paper.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why is it more likely that he's lying?
Watch you like a,
Hold on.
he
Hold on.
wants
Why is it
you-
more likely that he's lying than that he's telling the truth? Why is it more likely?
maybe he's watching you like a vegan girl. He wants.
Well, he's
you
not
being
vegan though.
happy.
He's not
probably-
vegan. He's a carnist.
Yes. Who is not vegan? But
Well, he's not vegan.
wants
I
you
talked
like
to
a
him.
Vegan girl.
I talked to this guy. He's not vegan. So
Let me talk.
Can we just move on?
yeah, can we
just
please move on? Holy shit.
I think.
Let's move
Yeah,
on.
I mean, you're.
This is a hot
yeah,
subject.
let's-
No, can I move on?
No. 612. That's enough.
No.
That's enough. That's enough. Okay.
Yeah, you have
just
to
keep
give
lying
Mr.
at this point.
If you
have-
doesn't like, if
You're
you
just
doesn't
making
like
shit
a
up.
talk, don't
Let's
say
stop.
This is a bullshit.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Guys,
6-1. I'm
That's
going to
enough.
mute you in a minute.
It's
and
enough.
the shut.
It's enough. 612. But that's enough, right? You just making shit up. Oh, okay. Thank you for bumping.
Yeah, just kick them for
Yeah,
a second. Yeah.
All right. Anybody else who wants
Cool
to
down.
make the claim that plants are sentient or conscious or whatever? Jesus Christ.
I want to ask you about Venus flytraps. What are those?
Yeah, so they have like a reaction, but the thing is, their reaction is the same no matter what happens, right? So basically, like if you punch it, they'll close their mouth. If you put a cigarette butt there, they close their mouth. If you put like if an animal lands there, they close their mouth, right? So their reaction is the same. It's a mechanical, chemical reaction that doesn't imply consciousness. So one of the identifiers of consciousness is like intent. So if you intend to do something, you actually like make a choice. If you have like a dog in front of you, there's food, there's water, they're gonna make a choice based on what they need at this moment. If you like pet a dog, they're gonna enjoy it. They're gonna show you with their body language that they're enjoying it. And if you kick the dog, they're gonna like scour and cry, right? So that's a different reaction that implies consciousness.
Okay, fair enough.
So it's like, so usually when a being has like a CNS, central nervous system, that includes a brain and like a nervous system that runs on both sides of the body connected to the brain, that's important as well, then that being is sentient or conscious, like has the ability to have consciousness. Other than that, no, probably. So some animals are even not conscious because they don't have those attributes. And plants are definitely not conscious, bacteria are not conscious. So going on the down on the hierarchy of food, it would be better to just eat plants instead of animals, because then you're not killing directly the conscious being.
Okay, so I have a question like what was like before in early times, what humans were eating before?
Oh, they were just like eating whatever they could find. So like just basically survivorship. And they barely survived past reproductive times. So it's like, we shouldn't look like, yeah, I can admit to you, it's not a problem, whatever, right? They used to hunt animals. They used to rape each other as well. They used to kill each other for food. All kinds of silly stuff they did in the past. I don't think we should model our morality or our habits or our like consumption to people in the past. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want the Vikings to exist anymore. Vikings were like violent pieces of shit. So it doesn't matter to me
you're
what
right.
they ate. Yeah.
And there's one more question always in my mind. Like, if I go to a very cold place and I have a meat in front of me and the plant in front of me, what should I eat to get myself warm?
Well, whatever gives you calories, right? So if plants give you calories, just eat that. Calories is the thing that provides heat. Unless, like, what you mean is you're going to eat so much meat that your blood pressure will go up, and then you're going to be, like, hotter because of that, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's a mechanism.
Yeah, maybe like that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then just like making a moral choice would be better. Just eat the plants, right? Because it's like an animal wasn't killed for it. Or at
Yeah,
least
I mean,
it's
if
not
I don't want to eat, I'm a vegan, but there's a possibility I might die, so I may have to go for meat for survival, I believe.
Well, if it's a matter of survival, right, it still would be terrible, but it would be somewhat justified to kill an animal, kill your friend, offer yourself as food for your friends, all kinds of stuff. Like basically, like there's one YouTuber who's like explained it like this, and I really liked his explanation, despite not agreeing with him on many things. But he said like, when you go outside of society, right, into survival mode, morality kind of breaks down, right? Like you're not even thinking straight. You kind of become this savage immediately because all you want to do is survive, basically.
Yeah,
but even
right.
in those cases, some people would persevere, and although surviving, they would say, well, I'm going to offer myself, just kill me and like make me into food to their friends, right? So morality doesn't break down entirely. I would still say a tragedy happened that you had to like kill a human being or an animal for this kind of thing. But here's the good news, right? We live in a society where, generally speaking, if you have like an internet connection and you're on Discord, you're not starving, right? So you can make the choice to eat like the plant foods. All right, anybody else?
So, can you tell me, like, is there any good book to read for a vegan?
I guess maybe Danny Ishay's book, Arguments Against, like, whatever. I don't know. I don't read that many, like, books. I know it's bad, but I read, like, scientific paper. I only read when I have to, when I'm, like, really interested in something, because I think I have, like, a really bad ADHD or something like that. It's really difficult for me to read. And so I, like, harvest the small amount of ability to concentrate only on things that I'm really, really interested in. Books are too much for me these days. So sorry. Maybe somebody else can provide like a paper. I can give you my site. My site is very pretty these days.
Okay. So tell me more about vegan stuff. What you have learned till today, like what right now we have to do to make people convince.
So yeah, this one is a difficult one because I think it differs to other people. And like other activists as well might choose a different path. My path is like, I think, psychology based. So I think every person who's not vegan has this belief that it's okay for them to not be vegan, surrounded by other small beliefs that support their conviction to not become vegan. And in my opinion, that's the path that I'm taking. I should debunk as many things supporting their conviction not to be vegan as possible. So I just like, let me share my site 1 second to show you what I'm doing. So I have this site, if you click on my live stream.
Okay.
Yeah, and it basically has like debunks of common questions and queries that people have regarding veganism and common claims as well, right? So this is like basically me explaining why one should go vegan, and then everything that's tied to that. So people might say, as you just saw, plants are sentient. So here I talk about sentience of plants and animals. Ethical concepts, so many people make fallacies that might not even know about it. Right? Oh, like ethical concept is something else. So like the veil of ignorance is in there. Let's see what else is there. Want versus need. Many people are like confused on that. When they say need, they actually mean want, right? So like they desire something. Virtue versus obligation is a big concept that I think people should address, you know, so entity explanation, it's just your opinion. I'm addressing all the stuff that we usually hear. And then logical fallacies, of course, a lot of people make is old fallacy quite a lot, appeal to nature fallacy. Not as much post hoc ergo propter hoc, only like people who have tried a vegan diet and then they moved on from it. They make this fallacy really often. Nirvana fallacy is also made quite often. It's also like kind of an appeal to hypocrisy when people say, well, you haven't, like by going vegan, you haven't abolished all atrocities. Therefore, maybe I shouldn't go vegan. Things like that. Category error also people make a lot, and I see it all the time. It annoys the fuck out of me. So that's basically like, so I go through all the claims that could be made. So those are health and nutrition claims. People may talking about shit about protein. So, oh fuck, I don't know why this is not working. The link is not working for some reason, but that's okay. Yeah. So, and then the environment, a lot of people make the claim that vegan diets are worse for the environment. One is like literally the opposite is true. Common arguments, I have Carnes bingo right here, crop deaths, you know, I address everything. And it's not filled in just yet. Meat propaganda. So like from the animal industry spends a lot of money on meat propaganda, frankly, and I have like only some evidence. I should collect more, and a bunch of links to my Discord server, vegan guides. That's what I do. That's how I do it. Other people do it differently, so you know. Yeah,
it's very easy to understand. Actually, you made it very good.
Yeah, some of the links are not working, so that's weird. I will have to check that out later, I guess. That's okay.
Can you go down on health? I want to see one thing. There's disease. What that means?
Yeah, sure. Which one?
That one down there in the yellow. Diseases in ancient
disease in
population.
ancient populations. Oh, that one is fantastic. It's my favorite. Again, for some reason, the link is not working, but let's see if this link works. Yeah, there you go. So people make the claim sometimes that the like diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and like and cancer are modern diseases when it's actually not true. We have like those diseases in actual mummies, right? We can find this one, I think, is cardiovascular disease. Yeah, atherosclerotic calcifications found in Egyptian mummies. This one, I think, is cancer. So computed tomographic evidence of atherosclerosis, still atherosclerosis, systematic archaeological evidence of cancer, right? So those are very human, very old diseases. There is one about diabetes, I'm pretty sure. I think it's this one. Forensic scenarios, I think, yeah, diabetes, bone lesions. So when people, it's just like when people make a certain claim, I love having like a huge amount of evidence against it, because people usually don't base those claims based on evidence. They just kind of assume sometimes, or maybe heard somebody say it and it solidifies in their mind. And so my hope is when I show them evidence to the contrary, they'll change their mind, and it's going to be one less thing that is supporting their lack of veganism, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. Yeah, you did collect some data.
Oh, I'm going to collect more. This is my passion project now. Some would say like autistic project a little bit.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You can help. You can use help with from AI if you want to. It will.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it derogatorily. I'm probably autistic.
Yeah.
Veganism is basically racism, someone saying in my chat. So I'm going to go address my chat, guys. Appreciate you very much, and see you later. Yeah, in what way is veganism is basically racism? Can you let me know what you're saying? Yeah. All of these isms are bad news. Feminism is bad news. Fighting for women's rights. Anti-racism is bad news because it's an ism, right? What is intact racism? Like, guys, you're making those claims, right? I just said, like, sometimes you just make a claim. What's the evidence for it, though? And by the way, you can come up and have a conversation with me if you want. Let me just grab the link. There's another person coming in, possibly to have like a deep, full-on debate at some point. I hope they come because they wrote like a really long comment on one of, I think, last YouTube stream, and I made it like a point-by-point rebuttal there, so I hope they come. For a VC conversation, join here. So if you want to have like an actual VC conversation, explain to me how I'm racist because I'm vegan, I would love that. I think, yeah, people should learn, right? I'm willing to learn. 100%, yeah. Steven Decker is right. Who's Steven Decker? I'm not sure. Let's check that out. It's gonna be some. Are you sending me to find out somebody who's a Nazi? Steven Decker, author of Second Chance novel. It is the first commandment of writing, write what you know. Okay. I don't know what then he was right about. Humans can't live off GMO soy. So GMO is actually could have saved the world if it wasn't for all the people making naturalistic fallacies. The GMOs are actually fantastic for the world, and we should eat more of them. And there is zero evidence that they're detrimental to health. So I don't know why people are talking about the shit about GMO. Oh, you're blind. I'm so sorry to hear. About the hair comment. But yeah, my hair is just regular hair. It's just a little shaved on the side. I hope that doesn't offend anybody. Human evolved as omnivores, B12, heme, creatine. So B12 we can get from a supplement, no problem. Heme is not an essential nutrient. Iron is. And we have plenty of that in plants. Creatine is not an essential nutrient, but I'm taking it in a supplement. In any case, like prendial, I think is the word, amounts is what you want when it comes to creatine. DHA, I'm also taking out like a supplement, but it's not an essential nutrient, by the way. Are almost impossible to get naturally. You can like convert ALA to DHA, but also DHA is not an essential nutrient. The evidence of that are really murky. I just caught the very end of what you were saying about atherosclerosis, and that's fascinating. Yeah, mummies used to have atherosclerosis. It just seems like a human condition, to be frank, right? I think even like vegans from birth who literally don't consume any or very little cholesterol will develop atherosclerosis at some point. I think it's just a human condition of living long enough, to get there. But animal products definitely exacerbate that. So I don't think you are racist. I was trolling. That's okay. Well, don't troll, mate. Just stick around and be genuine, right? We're trying to have genuine conversations here, mate. You're segregating animals' death based on how conscious they are. Sure. Well, that's not racism though. So an animal who's I wouldn't even call them an animal that doesn't have a brain and a nervous system. They're basically a plant with like animal cells. All I'm saying is there is nobody in there to value morally. We can only value morally conscious beings, or if it's valuable to a conscious being. So like you breaking my phone wouldn't be bad for the phone. It would be bad for me because I need my fucking phone, right? And it would increase rights violations that, included making my phone and stuff like that. So I don't see how that's racist. Separations can be made without being racist. So I'm not sure what you say. Sorry, I'm trying not to jump. Humans evolved. Okay, I answered that one. Criticism, some mainstream vegan movements promote a Western, often white, middle. Well, I would say plant-based people do that. I think all vegans who are actually vegan for the animals are aware of like non-Western foods and stuff. Like we literally eat tofu and seitan that are non-Western, and we promote those foods as beneficial, healthy. So I'm not sure what your point was. I apologize. Maybe you can write more about it. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're saying. How it erases traditional indigenous practices when we literally promote like traditional foods from non-white places. GMO is also full for health. What's the evidence for that, Wes? Because I haven't seen evidence in humans, only maybe in rats and in like caterpillars. That was the best evidence. Oh, GMO is bad for the caterpillars. Okay, it's a good thing I'm not a caterpillar then. So the evidence is not there, Wes. I think you just heard somebody says that GMO is awful for health. But there is no evidence in humans that GMO interacts with health at all. In fact, it's the best way to grow food with the least amount of rights violations. So really, truly, I'm not sure why people are so against GMO. The evidence is just not there. It's fear-mongering. What are the downsides of being vegan? The non-vegan population is the only downside, I would say. Like, as a vegan activist, I'm sometimes sent death threats. It doesn't happen that often because I'm very small. If I would be bigger, I would get more. People mock me in my face, even at work where everybody is like incredibly smart. They still mock me. I don't mind that much anymore because I've been vegan for 10 years. And, you know, like, there is a little bit of like, oh, it sucks sometimes when I buy a new product to like turn it around and read the ingredients and then like find out if it's vegan or not. Not a big deal. I wouldn't even say it's a downside. It's just something, it's just part of me. Something I just do, right? If you need supplements, you are killing yourself. Good job. What's the evidence for that? Supplements are the best way to keep your nutrition on point. What's the evidence for that? Supplements are great. Almost everybody takes some kind of supplements, either through their food or directly. Holy shit, man. That's a weird one. Wes, can you stop trolling, though? Can you have, like, a honest conversation? Don't do that. Most activists are disenfranchised sociopaths. What's the evidence for that? How can animals not have nervous system? Well, sea sponges don't have nervous systems. They have something rudimentary, but there is no brain connected to like central nerves, right? They have like nerve ganglia and like a couple of thousand nerves, I think. It's just true, Reb. It's just a matter of fact. We can't 100% say that something is, well, John Mallett can. He's a neuroscientist of consciousness, and he wrote to me like the criteria of consciousness. So I think even if an animal has no eyes and never evolutionarily had any, then they really can't be sentient. And like, for instance, sea sponges, cucumbers just don't have that shit. Most active, okay. I'm trying to find the connection of nature and human cannot get in a supplement. I don't know why we should have a connection with nature. And that's an appeal to nature fallacy, I think. Let me find it. Logical fallacies, does it go to it? Yeah. So an appeal to nature fallacy, while I'm talking, you can read about it, right? There you go. Let me make it bigger for you. Appeal to nature fallacy, there you go. You can read it while I'm talking. Guys, what's the anti-supplement? Where does that come from? Most people take supplements. I can guarantee the animal foods that you eat, the animals before they were killed were supplemented. So I don't understand this nonsense about supplements. Like, if you buy supplements that like were tested and stuff like that on humans, right? They're incredibly safe. They're in fact better at providing nutrition than foods, right? And by nutrition, I mean the micronutrients, right? They're better at keeping you in the bounds of good nutrition why wouldn't you choose supplements? Is it just an appeal to nature fallacy, guys? Is that what you're doing? You're thinking because it's not natural or something? Let me know. Indigenous people hunt meat. Well, it's not ethical. Right? I don't value tradition over the life of a sentient being, right? But that doesn't mean that we're erasing it. So some countries have the tradition of female genital mutilation. Do you think we just should let them continue mutilating the women in that society? Would it be racist to say female genital mutilation is wrong? But if you're saying it's end of discussion, I guess there's no, like, if you literally just resigning to not having a conversation about it, I guess we can just move on to somebody else. But please, Wes, let me know if female genital mutilation is moral, good, and we should say, yeah, it's good because it's tradition. Largely veganism is perfectly fine. The issue is have with some vegans individuals is when they try to force their viewpoints onto others. So literally nobody's trying to force you into anything. We're just having conversations. I think those conversations are important. And in fact, most vegan activists, the way we operate is we ask you of your opinion, of your morality, and then showing you the contradiction in your morality. That's what we usually do. That's what I usually do, right? I ask them a question like, if you have two possible worlds, right? Let's say like a multiverse, right? And you can choose only one of them. In world A, we exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary products. In world B, we don't exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary products. Which one is more moral? And most people, if they're honest, they'll say world B is more moral because then we don't exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary products. Well, that's genuinely what veganism strives towards. That's not forceful. That's just asking somebody their opinion, their morality. Because you're imposing your food values on others. I don't have food values. I have ethical positions, right? In fact, some animal products would be vegan. So I'm not even sure what you're saying there. I don't understand also why people think that veganism is only about like a dietary preference or something like that. No, it's a position against exploitation and slaughter of animals. And again, we're not forcing anybody to become either plant-based or vegan. We're literally just pointing out, listen, guys, this is immoral, and you have another choice, right? You go to a supermarket, and there is like a dairy milk, right? And then next to it is soy milk, usually, right, in the same vicinity. So instead of grabbing the dairy milk, you just grab the soy milk. We just point that out to people. That's not forcing anybody. It's literally a choice. You literally have the choice to buy the thing that resulted from a rape of a cow, or to buy, or like rape and exploitation of a cow, or to buy something that didn't. It's your choice, right? Am I going to judge you for your choice to drink the dairy milk once you know that cows were raped for it? Yeah, probably a little bit. That doesn't mean I'm trying to force you or anything. I'm sick of listening to Stephen Decker. Can you answer my question though, Wes? I haven't seen you answering my question. Maybe I'll scroll down for it. Hitler was not an art student because he was literally not accepted into the art school. And he was definitely not vegan. You're literally just describing, A, the claim was that he was a vegetarian, and B, that was just literally Nazi propaganda. You're giving us Nazi propaganda, Wes. Reflect on that, please. Do you eat avocados? I personally don't, but I don't think there is an inherent moral question with avocados. I don't think we should abolish avocados. I think we just should rehabilitate the way avocados are grown, but I personally avoid avocados unless they're like thrown out, unless I'm saving food. It's mostly because of environmental reasons, because avocados can definitely be pollinated without like exploiting bees. If that was your point, right? I don't know what's your point, Master Scratch, though. I would love it if you made it and not just asking question. Are you a minor? Benji, what's up? How are you doing? I met Benji a few days ago. one of the nicest people on earth. I might be exaggerating a little bit. We didn't have that much conversation. Let me see what else. Caillou. I enjoy eating meat and respect the animals and have given their lives to me. Well, do you truly think, Caillou, that animals were have given their lives consensually? Because I think they, generally speaking, want to continue living. They're not like going to the slaughterhouse and say, oh, just gone. That's fine. Right? They try to run away. That's why they're handled poorly. So they haven't like given their lives to you. And the fact that you enjoy eating meat is not a good justification to kill somebody, you know. Morality has nothing to do with whether I live or die eating what's on my plate. I'm not sure what's the claim there. Whether you live or die with what's on your plate. Well, our food, all of our food, by the way, my food as well, has moral implications, right? But I'm still not sure about your claim. Most avocados eaten by non-vegans, 100%. And also avocados save bees. They do exploit bees, which I have an issue with, but they save bees. I can show you the evidence for that. Definitely Master Scratch. Let me know and I'll show it to you. You see, I have this site where I have collected a bunch of stuff. Mice eat cheese, mice eat. Well, are you a mouse then? Are you a mouse? How is it conscious? How is mouse conscious? Well, how is your claim debunking mouse consciousness? I'm not sure. Rabbits just looks weird. How would that debunk mouse consciousness if a mouse doesn't eat a rock? I think that implies that mice are conscious because they make the choices based on experiences. So that if a being experiences life in a way that they know the difference between a cheese and a rock, then they're definitely conscious, I think. You could be right, but I just need you to provide some evidence there. Roast my interest in, well, goodbye then, I guess. Oh, it jumped again, I'm so sorry. Well, my modes only mute people who spam. I'm ignoring your point. Which point was I ignoring? I'm sorry, I'm really trying to scroll through, but it's not, read the last part. I'm scrolling back, I'm trying, okay? Generally speaking, veganism isn't harmful at all. The issue, I've literally talked about this. So insignificant, I'm not sure where the complex is. I just addressed it like 5 minutes ago. Oh, I ignored, you do force on 2 hours. I don't see how, right? There is no vegan legislation. I'm not coming to your house and feeding you eggplants. I'm literally just asking you to provide a moral justification for exploiting and slaughtering animals for your food when you don't have to. How is that forceful? Put one in the chat if you think I'm forceful. Come on, I think that says more about you. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. But definitely, I'm not ignoring you on purpose, right? I'm just trying to scroll through. Avocados has been taken over by the drug cartels. Well, my avocados don't come from that, but I don't eat avocados as well. That's just like a... And by the way, that's not true anymore. I'm pretty sure. Drug cartels, I think that's an old news, but also I think that's an American issues. Avocados, drug cartels. I think that's not true anymore. I think that was fixed. So that's 2022, I guess. Yeah, I would say maybe then Americans shouldn't eat avocados, maybe. But also it's one of those things that it's not inherent to the industry, you know what I mean, Steven? And by the way, avocados in my country don't come from that. But yeah, I would say like, yeah, maybe Americans should like avoid avocados. That's not a vegan issue though, right? Vegans don't eat significantly more avocados than non-vegans. Also, it's like kind of a little beside the point, right? We're talking about animals here. If cows weren't taken by humans for agriculture, they would cease to exist. That's fine. What's the problem with that? Maybe all these crazy vegans think the death of a species. Well, it wouldn't be a death of a species. It would be just the cows wouldn't exist. We're not. So I understand what you're saying. So I'm not necessarily against a death of a species. If someone doesn't exist, they're not morally relevant in any kind of way. I would like to take care of the individuals that are around already, that are sentient and conscious. But why would we even advocate for the dairy cows, for instance, to exist? They're literally made in a way that they start suffering once they're impregnated first. And like, if you care about the death of the species, why the fuck are you paying for them to be exploited and killed? Why is existence in suffering somehow better than non-existence? It's not a mutually beneficial relationship. They suffer greatly, and then when they're no longer productive, they're killed. Wes, you have like a lot of information that you're missing, unfortunately. Do you believe in karma? No. I'm not religious, not spiritual. As if humans aren't cultivated species, you guys probably think humans are the apex predators in this universe as well. I don't think so. I think that's a silly thing that somebody invented in the 70s. And now actually non-vegans usually tell that to me. I don't care if we're apex predators. I think if we are in some kind of a food chain, it should be a short chain. So us eating plants, that's still a food chain. And there is nobody eating us anymore because we live in cities and stuff. Oh shit. Oh, I appreciate all the ones. Thank you, Navia. Oh, I jumped again. And just another vegan forcing the viewpoints. I don't see how. I'm just asking questions and providing evidence for your claims. I'm just like literally rebuting your claims. I didn't even so far said that that you guys should go vegan. I haven't said it yet. I think you should. I think most people have the morality, the vegan position, as I said, the two possible worlds thing. I'll repeat it in a second, right? So let's say you have like a multiverse with two possible worlds in them. They're exactly identical to the T, but in world A, we exploit and kill animals for unnecessary stuff. In world B, we don't exploit and kill animals for unnecessary stuff. Which one is ethically better? I think most people will answer it's world B. That's all I'm saying. And if you're answering it's world B, well, veganism strives towards that. You should join the movement of ending the exploitation and slaughter of animals. That's it. That's all we're saying. Meat eater, but I do respect the vegan position. People need a better connection to where their food comes from. Well, that's not the vegan position, though. The vegan position, though, is that we need to stop exploiting and slaughtering animals for unnecessary stuff. And the way we practice it is, at this point, by going on a plant-based diet, avoiding buying leather, silks, avoiding going to circuses and zoos, buying things when possible that weren't tested on animals, things like that, right? So it's basically a boycott movement, right? If you respect the vegan position, I think you should join the boycott, is what I'm saying, Geek, right? What would be stopping you from joining the boycott, Geek? Avocados do exploit bees, yeah, Wes. But it's not inherent. So avocados can grow without exploiting bees. It's just what non-vegan farmers prefer right now to use. But it's not a good solution. It's not the best solution, and obviously it exploits bees, obviously. The thing is, right, like we just don't want to extinct avocados. We just improve the practices of growing them. Whereas you can't improve the practice of slaughtering an animal. The act of slaughter itself is unethical because animals are conscious beings. They are here with us, not against us, right? Not for us is the thing. Yeah. What else? I bought a vegan face cream with avocado. avoid avocados, but yeah. Listen, guys, here's the thing again. My position of avoiding avocados is kind of environmental, and it's kind of irrational on the vegan position, right? It contradicts the vegan position. The vegan position should be that some industries are boycotted because the entire thing is rotten and you can't do the wrong thing the right way. But in case of like avocados exploiting bees, that's just like a preference that farmers have. And we shouldn't generally avoid avocados. We just should veganize the farmers so that they don't exploit animals anymore. And I find there are so many different ways. Barely just like putting a fan out would like pollinate avocados in the same fucking way. If you just put enough male and female avocado trees in the orchard, literally that would solve the problem. I don't even know why they like take bees. Maybe it's like slightly bigger yield, but then we can solve the bigger yield thing, right? You could just, that's solvable. Avocados themselves are not inherently bad. They're good products, incredibly healthy, incredibly tasty, right? 90% of your viewers are ripping into you because of your forceful views. Are they? Are you the only one? Been saying it so far. So quite a few geeks says they respect the vegan position, and another person said it as well. I think insignificant or something like that. Oh, insignificant. It's you, insignificant. So you're the only one so far. You're the only one. Look around, mate. Read other comments. Yeah, don't forget to like the video, obviously. Anybody, I avoid organic. I do as well, try to, but I don't think it's not vegan. I have arguments against it not being vegan, I guess. Let me just try scroll down a little bit. Wes. Humans are not animals. Yeah, we are animals. So what Pia means by that is that we are part of Kingdom Animalia, Wes, right? We're part of Kingdom Animalia, and all the animals also are in this kingdom. A lot of animals are also in phylum Chordata. A lot of animals are also in class Mammalia, so like cows, pigs, right? And I think chickens are in Chordata, but then they veer out. They're not mammals, right? I think, yeah. I'm stupid with all those stuff. We are order primates. That's where we separate from cows and pigs, for instance, and dogs and stuff like that. And then our family is Hominidae, because in order primates you have like monkeys, chimpanzees, bonobos, stuff like that. Some of those monkeys are also in family Hominidae, and then genus Homo, that's us, and species Sapiens. There used to be more Homo genus species, right? Not anymore. We're the only one who survived. We killed everybody else. Or evolution did. I don't know. So that's what Pia means, Wes, right? So we belong to Kingdom Animalia. That makes us animals. We all veered from the same place as animals did. We have more in common than you think, is what generally. The last part, blocking milk. The blocking milk ads. Yeah, you might not like some activism, but literally those people could just walk to a different Tesco and get milk, right? They're just standing up for what they think is true, right? That's not forceful though. People still have the option to buy dairy, literally. They just can walk to a different store. But that's what protests are. Protests are usually like blocking the streets, blocking the immoral objects, things like that. But they're usually local. Literally, you can go to another store and buy the same thing. So, but also, I'm not doing that. So, like, come and talk to me, insignificant. So far, you've been talking to yourself, kind of. You look like the chick from the new Captain America. I guess. All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. Anybody who says that I look like a movie star, all right? This is fun, guys. More questions, please. Steven Decker is right there. Haven't we been talking about you? This is a percentage of people going against another percentage of people. I do live in America. I'm not sure what, I guess you're answering somebody's question. cartels are changing business. Yeah, just don't buy from cartels, mate. Yeah, it's a good idea not to buy from cartels. It has nothing to do with veganism, though. And it even doesn't have anything to do with avocados. It's a local issue, of course. If the local issue is that if you buy avocados, it goes to cartels, yeah, obviously don't buy avocados, mate. I think that do you buy avocados where you are? It sounds like you have that issue, right? Do you buy avocados? I don't buy avocados in your region. I don't buy avocados at all. So it's kind of weird that you keep talking about this, right? Just commenting on avocado thing. Okay, so let me try to tie it in because I'm trying to understand. This is a percentage of people going against another percentage of people. I'm not sure. I'm so sorry. If you want to, I'll reach the point where I get to that point at some point. What's the moral crime of eating meat? Well, an animal was exploited and killed for it. So somebody having their throats split is a moral issue immediately, right? Whether it's justified or not, that's another question. But it is like cutting somebody's throat. That's a moral crime, I would say. Potentially, right? It could be. I can find when it could be morally justified to kill somebody, but I can't think of the throat cutting specifically could be morally justified anyways. Maybe somebody can provide a context that could be justified to cut somebody's throat and bleed them dry. I don't know. And the exploitation, I think, is almost always wrong. Unless it's juxtaposed to a worse crime that would definitely happen, unless you exploited somebody. But I don't think that pertains to veganism in any kind of way. There's no concept, I think, of that in the meat eating. Wes, we don't talk about wildlife, but about human. Well, I talk about wildlife once in a while, fish. I like answering those questions, but it was deleted, so. Okay. Well, somebody is moderating very heavily, unfortunately. Guys, if you can moderate a little less, unless they are really unhinged, can you delete a little less? I'm talking to my mods now. Oh, Tone, you're the only one. Oh, Tone, I trust you. If you deleted it, it's probably fucked up. Kids can't speak when they're born. You can't remember your youth. I can remember actually quite far, but I know I'm special. Does that mean they aren't conscious? No, so fetuses have the structures to be conscious at the age of somewhere, I think around 24 weeks, something like that. Or John Mallet told me 19 to 23 weeks. Other papers show around 24 weeks. That's where they have the ability to be conscious. But the fetuses spend most of the time unconscious. I just read the paper, so I'm woke on it now. They spend most of the time completely unconscious in the belly. And then when they are born, that's the first time they are fully conscious and sentient. So yeah, kids are fucking conscious. So I don't know why you would make that claim. Speaking is not part of consciousness criteria. Communication might be. And babies do communicate immediately, right? They start crying, immediately. So that's generally speaking. We don't mind engaging, but please be respectful. Yeah, just be respectful. It's all right. VPM is you disagree with me about a few stuff, right? 80 Slim Shadies. But you've taught me a lot as well, so I appreciate that. I reverted on some of those things because I had different opinions on it as well. I think we can agree to disagree. Well, I don't think we can though, Kai, if you addressing something that Pia said maybe. But I think taking the position that, we agree to disagree is kind of resulting to not having the conversation sometimes, you know what I mean? So I hope we can agree to disagree only after the conversation has reached its limit. And I don't see how that can happen or after only a few exchanges in the chat. Kai, if you want to have a conversation, a voice conversation with me, there's a link pinned. You're more than welcome. We'll have great conversations here. on this channel, I think. Let's see. Let me just scroll back. Not moderating heavy enough. Barreto says, yeah. Hello, wondering if physically we can live without meat and maintain energy levels, etc. Yeah. So here's the thing, actually, Anthony. It's a good thing that you ask. It's a really good question as well. So when I went vegan, right, I think my turn to veganism was a little like psychologically violent, like, but I was sure that I'm gonna pay the price, the physical price of energy and like longevity. I was sure of that. Fortunately, it's not true. So energy speaking, I personally have sleeping disorders, so I have like some energy issues, but I have them since childhood. But like my energy actually increased a little bit because I stopped eating as much fat. Frankly, I think it's just a claim. I might not be true, but I could definitely feel that I have more energy. Like in fact, like at the age of 42, I started playing soccer. When before that I played no sports, and now I can't play soccer anymore because I got diagnosed with something, but that prevents me. But I started lifting weights, right? And I just was walking the same path as when I wasn't vegan. Quite a few times, right? I was going to a similar place, and I noticed that I take the steep uphill really much faster on a plant-based diet. So I think physically you're going to be just fine. I've been vegan for 10 years. I don't have any complications except for, you know, the genetic stuff that I had before. I have shit genetics, absolutely. But also some of the shit genetics, I just put a stop on it because I'm the only person in my family that doesn't have diabetes, for instance. It's definitely genetic because everybody has that, in my family has it, and I don't. I think that attributed to the fact that I'm on a plant-based diet and I keep lean, obviously. So it's gonna be okay, Anthony. If you want like to ask more questions, you can totally join me in VC and we can have like a conversation about health. Whatever I have, I can relate to you. I can also ask a friend who's a nutritionist to talk to you about it if you want. Let me know. Okay, Kai, you talk to other people, so I'm gonna kind of ignore. Anthony, all right, Gabrielle, have you seen Alex O'Connor take on vegetarianism? If bestiality is illegal because animals can't consent, why can companies put animals in gas chambers and slaughter them? I don't know, Alex has lost the plot a little bit. He's now also like promoting fucking leather wallets. I don't even know. We got a hoodie up. Yeah, maybe. I talk when I'm asked questions. I haven't been drooling though. So I don't know. You can insult me though if you want. I don't mind. I'm a vegan online. I'm used to all kinds. Okay, Tone, Anthony, challenge 22 accepted. It's the least I can do before forming a solid opinion. I appreciate your bravery, Anthony. If you again join my Discord server, there is a space for people trying a plant-based diet or trying on the vegan ethics and stuff like that. Let me know if you want to join. What's up, Jake? Anthony, yeah, but like really brave of you. Fantastic stuff. Appreciate it. Fatty foods are definitely a must-have. Yeah, of course, I have some fat in my diet. I just really reduced it when I went plant-based. The human body will refuse to function. Yeah. Fats are essential. I have fats in my diet, it's just much less. And saturated fats are not essential, and I have very little of those. So that's the point. That's the point I was trying to make, that when I switched to a plant-based diet, it just immediately dropped the amount of fat I'm eating. But by the way, you have like plant-based fats. It's not an issue. All I'm saying, I just chose a diet that is lower in them. And I saw like an increase in energy. That's the only point I was trying to make. Let's see. Sadly, meat won't go anywhere if my situation or ego buckle. My feeling is I'll be okay. Well, listen, Anthony, we can support you, right? We are very motivated people, right? I'm going to be incredibly blunt to you, Anthony. We are trying to convince people to not victimize animals to a degree that omnivorous people do, right? So we are very motivated to basically save your victims from you. And I apologize for the bluntness, but I don't know how else to say it, right? So if you need help, just come back, talk to us, join my server, whichever you prefer, you know? Nobody's gonna force you, right? Like, nobody's gonna come to your house and like smack that steak out of your hands. We just think it's the right thing to do. That's all. So besides how trolls have nothing more important to do, I enjoy your content. Cheers. Yeah, I appreciate that. I like answering questions. I think it's important for people to, you know, get a little bit of a perspective on something they heard and it's solidified in their minds. I think it happens to all of us, all humans. We sometimes hear something, it just sounds good and important to us, which we just believe it wholeheartedly. And it's basically some bloke on the street said something. It has like zero like empirical validity, you know. So debunking those claims, it's really important to me. Let's see what else. I believe the circle of life, in the circle of life of lack of a better saying, I believe that the food I bring to the table doesn't benefit anybody but my family. Well, you could have a circle of life without the animal product in it. You don't have to have animal products to be in a circle of life. Just eating plants directly is also a circle of life. You will live, you will flourish, frankly. Yeah, so I think it just doesn't apply, right? It's a bit of a category error. Like saying I eat animal products or I buy our products as well, right? We're talking about leather, silk, things that were tested on animals, all of that stuff, right? So your circle of life could just contract a little bit, but it would be actually expanding because you learn a lot about like new plant foods when you go vegan. I enjoyed hearing your point of view today. By the way, I'm not miss, I'm non-binary, but I don't know, whatever, it's fine. I never really get to hear vegan perspectives. Well, I appreciate your openness, Kai. And again, if you want to learn even more, first of all, you can join my Discord server. That's cool. But secondly, you just can, I do those streams twice a week, and I do 3 streams a week generally. The third one is just not outreach, it's something else. You're definitely welcome to come back and join, and if you have like more questions or claims, yeah, definitely. It's understandable. Finding the right ratio can be hard at first, but when you have the rhythm, it can substitute any of them. Oh, yeah. I can't say that I miss animal products, not at all. Like there are so many. Like I'm actually crave tofu now. So taste buds change, opinions change, habits change. Just we gotta remain, you know, neuroplastic. You know what I mean? We gotta remain open to stuff. What else, Tom? Before I start chatting, I want to ask you a serious question. Are you willing to discuss being a vegan with someone who has the intention of becoming one, but just has the an interest in learning? Yeah, I think I'm the right person to talk to about that as well, Tom. So let me know if you can join my Discord. It's the link, pinned link, right? And we can have the conversation right now, Tom. Absolutely. If you want to have it another time, just still join the conversation, and then you can like ping me in the Discord server, and we can just like, yeah, make the conversation happen. Absolutely. I'm the right person to do this as well because I have a huge knowledge, amount of information. It's cool to have tools like Channel 22. There's another one, a really good one. It's called Vegan Bootcamp. It's really cool. Let me just see if somebody's pinging me. Say hi. Oh, JD. JD, if you're still here, do you want to have a conversation? We can do it now. Let me just join that. Let's see, JD. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't. Why can't I? Oh, let's see. J. Why can't I tag you? That's weird. Sorry, I'm just checking my Discord because somebody did join. And if they want to have the conversation, hold on. No. Say hi. Oh, they rolled it back. That's why I can't tap them, because they don't want to be in the non-vegan anymore. Cylon, you want to have a conversation. That's all right. We can have a conversation. Cylon, you can come here. We can have a conversation. Let me just join there as well. Yay. All right, we might have a conversation on our hands. That's perfect. Until that happens, I'm just going to answer a few more questions. Why is it bad to drink milk from cows if they aren't being harmed? Well, they are being harmed, quite literally, but also even if they weren't being harmed, it is exploitation. So like imagine if like women who lactate weren't harmed, but they were like taking milk from them and weren't given a choice about it. That would be exploitation. That wouldn't be acceptable. Even if they had like food, water, and nobody was like physically harming them. But cows are, for dairy are also harmed very much. They are in about, I think, 95 at this point % of the time, they are forcefully impregnated with artificial insemination. That means they have like the arm shoved up their rear end, right, to hold the suffix in place. And then they take like a straw with semen and put it in the vagina, like that, right? And then like they impregnate. And then they also like test them before and after pregnancy. They kind of fondle their vaginas for that, to see the discharge and all that stuff, to see that they're either pregnant or not, or are in heat or not, right? So there's like a lot of molestation happening as well for dairy. Even if they're like been done by bulls, so their vaginas are inspected to see that they are ready to get pregnant, kind of situation. And then when they give birth, their babies are taken away from them, because otherwise the babies would drink the milk, right? And the farmers want to sell the milk. And the babies are either raised to replace their mothers, basically, or if they're male and can't produce milk, obviously, just killed for beef or veal. So definitely a lot of harm happens to animals. But also it's just the fact of like exploiting somebody as if they were a product, even if they weren't harmed. It's just kind of fucked up. It's immoral, it's immoral. Like if you put like a dog or a human in that context, I think you would find all the practices abhorrent. By the way, anybody can change, like I'm here. So this is my Discord server. Let me just make that bigger. Oh, I don't think I can. Fuck me. All right, well, I'm here in Outreach and Debate 1. If anybody wants to join a conversation, I'm waiting for you guys, all right? Let me see. Yeah, they've added some vegan resources. That's good. Appreciate that. I'm tagged in some stuff. I'll answer that later. So, all right. Yeah, so I'm there. Just let me know. Just join and let me know. I'm tempted to make bingo cards. There is already bingo happening. I can give you a link. I think I have it in links right here. Oh, I know I have it in games and quizzes. So, is it here? Tier list. Carnage bingo. There you go. So I have it on my site right here. But also I think, can I extract it somehow? I don't think I can. Just let me quickly. Carnage bingo. There you go. You can play Carnage bingo if you want, guys. How can people join when you can't see the VCs? Well, the Outreach and Debate you can see. once you go through the onboarding. So once you say, no, I'm not vegan, and then you say, I guess you would want to be a lurker, not being told every time a video is published. If you go through that, you can join. If you are vegan, then we can just have a conversation in VC. Tone, you don't have access to that. You should have access to that. I'll fix that immediately. Give me a sec. I forgot to tell you. Oh. Something could be interesting to talk about tomorrow, for instance. All right, guys. I'm here waiting, but Tone, I should give you the role. You should have the role. Let me just find you, and you will see the VC then. Roles. You now have the Soypod role. You can see both sides, all sides, frankly. There are fraction sides on my server. If you know what Discord is built like, it's kind of, I found it necessary to completely fraction the thing. I don't, it's, okay. You have now, you can see it now. I'm in the VC right now, waiting for somebody to come. Please, somebody come, I'm lonely. This is the reason why veganism gets a bad name? Me? I think I've been really cordial and nice. And I'm just answering people's questions, so I'm not sure what you mean by that. And also, like, why, like, if feminists were, like, really shitty people, would that be, like, a good justification to, like, take the rights away from women? It's just, like, the victim is a different being, right? Like, you can stop exploiting animals even if you don't like vegans. The justification is kind of weird, though, right? Animals have nothing to do with it. They're not bad in any kind of way. I'm already halfway there. Yeah, come join, Tom. Just choose the non-vegan thing so that you could join, and we'll get you there. Like, all I can do is answer your questions, right? I can't do anything else. Finance, plant-based diets are cheaper. I can show you how. Well, biological reaction, I don't know what that means. Just come in and talk to me. Don't be shy, by the way. Like, I'm not like a bad person. I'm not gonna, dog on you or anything like that. I've been nice so far, I think. The only things that I eat that aren't vegan are milk, cheese, and chicken. Well, that's a lot of rights violations, holy shit. But we can fix that. Eugenin made you well. Well, maybe you just don't know how to replace those stuff. Like, when you have like a certain nutrition and you take away some of the nutrients out of it, you need to replace them with something, right? So all you need to do is just learn a little bit about vegan protein. That's it. I agree that not killing animals is better than killing them. Yeah, I think that's the vegan position. That's where we strive, right? So boycotting the industries that inherently exploit and slaughter animals is what veganism is. It's basically like a worldwide boycott. Don't give the money to people who exploit and slaughter animals. That's it. That's all we're trying to do. I haven't heard your opinion on me going out and getting my own food. I'm curious. Well, if that food is plant-based, go right ahead. If what you mean by that is sitting with like a scope or like a bow or something and killing a sentient being, obviously have a moral, that has a moral implication on that animal. That animal is conscious. They want to continue living. That's why you're not coming to a wild animal with a knife, basically, right? They'll run away because they're trying to preserve their life. Whereas when you go to like foraging plants and shit, right? When you come to a corn and just cut off the corn of the cob, nothing immoral happened. So yeah, Steven Decker, I definitely think, I don't know. I don't know if you were here when I made my two worlds example, hypothetical. So let's say you have like two worlds where they're identical in every way, where in world A, you exploit and slaughter animals for, we exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary reasons. And in world B, we don't exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary reasons. Which one would be more ethical? And I think, like, at least anecdotally, I'm proof that it's not necessary to eat animals, right? 10 years of being vegan. Wasn't young when I went vegan either. I was pretty substantially older than most people. But they die of old age. Our goat, Campus, died, and we ate him while crying. Well, first of all, you could have avoided that if that hurt your feelings so much, eating your friend, basically, right? You could have not eaten them. You could have just given them, their body, the respect that you think they deserve and just buried them, and could have eaten some plants instead, right? You could have dealt with that death in a more respectful way, according to you, since it made you feel so bad. You were crying and stuff. Let me just hit this instead. Wouldn't want to. Right. And second of all, well, just because animals will die one day of old age doesn't mean that it's okay to kill them, right? Like, I will die of old age. Is it okay to come to me and slaughter me now? I think, like, societally, we answered that question and we made it illegal. And that was based, I think, on a moral quandary of, is it okay to kill people? And I think we came to the conclusion that it's not, right? That's some serious stuff. But you are someone who knows the intensity. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm so sorry, Demak. Comparing women's rights to animals is wrong. All humans are equal till they commit a crime. Animals have their own lives and their own purpose. Well, the purpose that usually is assigned to animals is assigned to them. They don't have that purpose. Chickens don't have the purpose to become food for you. But also, I wasn't comparing women's rights to animals' rights. I was comparing the justification about it, right? You said, well, I don't remember what you said. So you said that people are not vegan because vegans kind of suck, kind of, like, specifically me, you said it's because of me that people are not vegan, supposedly, when I've been nothing but respectful so far, so I don't even know what the point is. But also I said, well, that justification of not going vegan is kind of weird because you wouldn't accept it in another context, right? So let me write it out for you because I think it's important. So the claim is, I'm going to do X because Y are annoying, right? So in your context, let me make it bigger. In your context, X is continuing to pay for exploitation and slaughter of animals, right? And I misspelled everything. Continuing animals. What? Oh, there you go. I'm sorry, I'm not an English speaker. Continue, there you go, animals. Right, and Y is vegans. So all I did is replace X and Y, Louise, right? So instead of X in my example, so X became not accepting rights or taking away the rights of women. and Y was feminists. Right? So this is the argument. All I did is replace the variables, and it doesn't matter that X in both cases like different for you, right? The justification would be silly either way. Like, it's silly to say, well, you're going to continue to pay for exposition and slaughter of animals because vegans are not your favorite people on earth, right? It's kind of weird. I hope it's clearer now. I don't know. I studied some formal logic on this channel, and it genuinely made me like better at viewing the world, viewing life. Oh, I need more coffee. I'm still groggy from the flight. No products here, just feeding my family. Well, you're saying feeding my family out in the woods. What does that mean, though? If you're killing animals for it, obviously, I will have a contention with that, Stephen, right? Because you're taking the life of a sentient being. That always have to be, like, justified. And I don't think it's justified feeding my family. You can feed your family plants, Stephen, is what I'm trying to say. It's unnecessary. Is all kinds of farming cruel, or is it possible to have a potential consensual coexistence to which the animal and the farmer rely on one another? Well, I don't see how. The animals in farming are bred for the purpose of being exploited and killed. So first of all, it's really not coexistence. It's not partnership. It's not like mutual in any kind of way. Right? You're breeding animals basically into slavery, animal slavery. They have no choice, right? Like, even when like vegans try to save animals from that place, what the farmers would say, well, that would cost me money. So the relationship is always about money. Farmers view them as somebody to make money from. And that relationship is always going to be exploitative and therefore immoral. You know what I mean? Oh, I skipped a lot. I'm so sorry. I'm going to try and come back. We didn't kill them, so you definitely don't have to. Well, listen, here's the thing. I was just trying to, Gabriel, to talk to you about your feelings. You really didn't have to eat the goat that you were crying over while eating them. You just could eat plants, right? If an animal died naturally, no family members around them gonna be like stressed out about you taking that corpse and eating that. That generally, I think, in a vacuum, that wouldn't be the most unethical thing, right? I'm just saying you specifically had a different option. And by the way, I'm coming from a place of empathy because this happened to me as well. When I was a child, we had like a chicken coop. And back then I was viewing the way my parents taught me to view animals as something to produce for me, right? So it was my job at some point when I grew up a little bit to steal the eggs from chickens, and it was stealing. I was closing the door while they were eating. We were giving them food, then closing the door and then taking the eggs. Or sometimes when the door broke at some point, I would have to fight them off to take the eggs, so it was stealing. And when we had to move to a different country, we actually had to kill them off. Had to. We didn't have to, but that was what we did, right? And one of them was like my friend. I really liked that chicken. I named her and stuff. And she was left to be the last one to be slaughtered. And I came to visit her the day before. And I will never forget that, right? And it still took me many years, like at least 20 plus years to go vegan. But I will never forget that look. She actually looked at me with betrayal because all the animals were killed right in front of her, and chickens are not stupid. So she knew she's next. So the day before, she was like, literally, I tried to pat her, and she was like, I don't want you to pet me. And then the next day, I ate the body of that chicken while crying. So Gabriel, I can like empathize, and I have tears in my eyes right now. I'm just saying there is another way, especially in the 21st century, right? Nobody's like, who's in my chat nobody who's in my chat is struggling for food in such a way that they literally have to kill animals. Plant-based diets are cheaper, and even if they you can make them cost kind of the same, right? As well, budgeting is budgeting. If you have an issue with money, when I went vegan, I had an issue with money. Could barely pay my rent, but I just felt the strong moral obligation to do it anyways. And again, it panned out to be completely wrong. The way it panned out to be wrong, that I'm gonna sacrifice my health and longevity for it, right? Just the evidence stacks up against it. So yeah, literally everybody in my chat right now, you have the privilege to go vegan. And I think I made it kind of clear with my two worlds analogy, hypothetical, that most of you would choose the world that doesn't exploit and kill animals for unnecessary things. So I think you should choose that world and strive towards it to make it a reality, right? I'm sorry, I'm really back again, and nobody's joining me. I feel so lonely, sitting, waiting for you to talk to me, guys. Please. How do we talk to you? Well, you join SoyFeed. So the pinned comment has the link, but let me just put it on again. You can just join that link, right? And then I'm waiting in Outreach and Debate 1 VC. And you can just have a conversation with me there. I'm here to answer questions, guys. I'm here to ask you a few questions as well. I hope you don't mind that. Hey, what's up, Chris Bryant? Everybody go subscribe to Chris Bryant and check out his Vegan 2.0 concept. Let me just see. Well, there are other, Luis, crushed up shells is not the only way to give plants calcium, obviously. And it's definitely one of the less sustainable ones if you just take the calcium directly, just like the calcium supplement. What I do for my plants is, so I buy 6 packs of tofu. It's in one big, plastic baggie, sealed, right? And then I eat one block every day out of the 6. And so I keep the rest of them in water. And then when you have to change the water every day, right? Otherwise it might go not so good. That water is going to be so much calcium in it. I just put it into plants. I just walk around my plants and put a little bit of that water in there. And it's just a little ritual that I do. Or I sometimes put it back. If the plants are watered enough, I put it back in the fridge and then I do it the next day. So there are other ways. Here's the thing, right? We're talking about unnecessarily. There are other ways to get calcium for your plants. You don't have to do it through exploiting chickens. It's just not necessary. Chicken breeds for food has a purpose. Well, it's a purpose we assigned. They don't have a purpose. We assigned them that purpose. And by the way, we bred them into Franken chickens to achieve that purpose. And did you know that about when chicken farmers raise those animals for food, they slaughter them after about 40 to 60 days, right? So 4 to 6 weeks, something like that. And a lot of the animals, about 30% of those animals just die buckling under the weight. And that's considered normal, that you lose 30% of birds dying excruciating deaths. So if that's the purpose you're assigning to animals, please reconsider. Please consider the sentient animals as actual sentient beings and not objects, right? Why are you not addressing the fact that you are malnourished? I'm not malnourished. Where did you get that idea? I'm not malnourished. I take a multi-supplement that keeps me from being malnourished. I take a lot of other supplements as well. I eat nourishing food. How the fuck do you know my nutrition status? All of my blood tests are in excellent place. If you want daddy fat clap, we join the VC and we can compare our B12 statuses. My B12 status is middle of the road towards the high end. It's because I take a supplement. It is natural. You're making a naturalistic fallacy, definitely. So an appeal, logical fallacies. So this is an appeal to nature fallacy. Not everything that is natural is also better than unnatural stuff, right? Living in the house is better for your well-being than living in the middle of a high road, like high traffic road or something like that, or even in the middle of the woods. So some unnatural stuff are better. The nutrition value of meat is not that great either. So there you go, the gauntlet started. Carnes bingo. So the claim that beef is most nutritious or something like that, or meat, you said? Well, it depends on what you say. Do you mean like the innards, the offals? Sure. That's the highest. But I bet you meant steak. If you meant steak, that's bovine meat, it's right there. It's very low. I hope you can see where I'm pointing. I can't make it big, unfortunately. So, other meats, let's see if we can find. So barley has more nutrition than beef, for instance. Cereals have no more nutrition than beef. So does millet. Lemons have more nutrition than beef. Did you hear that? So aquatic mammals have more nutrition than beef, for instance. But tomatoes have more nutrition than that. Wow. So that's not even true, and I'm not malnourished. Where did you get that idea, Daddy? How do we talk to you? I literally gave you the link like 3 times at this point, but here it is again. You can just join my server, right? And then you enter Outreach and Debate 1. It's going to be one of the 2 VCs that are available to you anyways. Just in there, you can see me immediately. When you enter go through the proper onboarding of the Discord server. So, it's so funny. People come in here, take one look at me and say, whoa, there's someone nourished. Well, did you know that they looked even worse when they were meat eater? Whatever that means. No, you need water, vegetables, and meat. Well, you don't have to have meat. I've been vegan for 10 years. And according to you, I'm malnourished, but I don't know what you're basing that on. Oh, are you a paleo person, Daddy Fat? Yes, that we agree to that they want to live. Yeah, so why would you take their life away? But I think that we have reached a point in society where we can consider everything, where we can consider or can't consider everyone's feelings. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you not kill animals when you have the choice? Definitely. What's up, Sonic the Hedgehog? Oh, he jumped again. Fuck, I hate it. How are exploiting chickens that provide pest control and food? We supply them. Well, it's just basic welfare. You can have like a very happy slave that you feed and house and water. They're still going to be slaves, right? So it's not... all the traits that you are naming here are not the traits of non-exploitation. Exploitation is a different thing. So exploitation is using somebody without considering the best interest. You use chickens. That's exploitation. They have been bred, but it's something that happens in nature also with wild birds. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, Damak, I'm sorry. I'm just not following your conversation, I think. What else? Is nobody going to join me? I'm going to be off soon then, if nobody's going to join me to talk to me. I'm enjoying so far. I think a lot of people have very interesting ideas, and I'm glad here to talk about them. Glad to be here to talk about them. Google it up. Well, I have this site that I've been collecting evidence, so let me know, Rab, what you're asking people to go Google. So listen, here's the thing. When you make a claim, you should be the one providing evidence. I know it's hard in YouTube, but you can just literally join me and put it in the chat in my Discord where you can put a bunch of stuff in it. Cereal is just sugar? No, it has a lot of nutrition. Look, literally, cereals, I'm showing it right now, has more nutrition than bovine meat. Bovine meat is right there. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying. That's bovine meat. That's cereals, has more nutrition. This reductionist idea that everything that is a carb is just sugar, it's just like blatantly false. It's blatantly false. Sunflower seeds for the win, yep. Aquatic mammals are animals, yeah. I'm not advocating for eating aquatic mammals. They're not only animals, they're also sentient. So some animals are not sentient, but others are. And most, I guess a lot of aquatic animals, well, aquatic mammals are definitely sentient. Kingdom Mammalia are sentient, everybody, all of them, because they're all chordata, so they all have the central nervous system. But like some creatures in the sea are not, like sea sponges, sea cucumbers, some other more contentious animals that I'm not gonna mention because then bigs are gonna fall on me as well. That's all right. Do you know what a mammal is? Yes, the one that secretes milk from the nipple. That's one of the traits of being a mammal, but it's like also just a taxonomic classification, class Mammalia. That's what a mammal is. Fish are not mammals, yeah, for sure. But a lot of them are chordata. Phylum Chordata. That makes them sentient, I think. They're definitely Kingdom Animalia, that's for sure. Nobody here claims that they're not. So I'm not sure what the outrage is about. Oh, I jumped again, I'm so sorry. Okay, so Slim is talking, I think, to Reb, but that's fine. So I'm gonna ignore Reb for now. I'm sorry. Let your chicken go, raccoons love them. Well, no, we shouldn't let them domesticated animals go. We should take care of them. Like if a farmer, a chicken farmer, becomes vegan, they shouldn't let animals just go. That would be a fucking massacre. That's not a vegan thing to do. They should take care of them. Aquatic plants are higher than fish? Oh, you mean by nutrition? Yeah, aquatic plants have quite a lot of nutrition. I don't know if they're higher. I think, well, let me check it again. I don't know if that's true. Where did I put it again? Oh, it's in beef. It's in common arguments. It's gonna be in Carnes Bingo. There, the first one. So let's see. Let's try finding like I don't know, some kind of aquatic plant. We'll see how much nutrition that has. I mean, that wouldn't debunk veganism, right? You can just get nutrition from other stuff. I just want to check the claim that Jake made, right? Because it doesn't matter who makes the claim. If it's true, it's true. If it's not true, it's not true. And we have a way to check it now. Infant food has very little nutrition. That's weird. Potatoes. Oh, look, poultry meat is even less than bovine meat. Look, oils are higher nutrition than... cottonseed oil has higher nutrition than bovine meat. That's funny. Sorghum, grapefruit, barley. I'm just trying to find something that is like a sea plant. Maybe it's very high. I started from the low. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are more nutritious than beef. Look at that. Tomatoes are more nutritious than eggs. Guys, it's everything, you know. But generally speaking, so you can see like crustacean pelagic fish, whatever that means, they're generally pretty high in nutrition. I'm okay with saying that. You can just get that same nutrition elsewhere. That's the point, right? I don't think it has. Aquatic plants. Oh yeah, they're pretty fucking high. Higher. Jake, well done. Yeah, aquatic plants, incredibly high in nutrition. Higher than a bunch of fish right there. Definitely. Correct. Vegans for the win, guys. Jake, well done. You now have evidence for it. If you want it. Let me know, I'll send it to you. Wow, comparing slavery to farming, that's disgusting. So again, that's not what we're doing. We're saying it's animal slavery, so literally owning a sentient being is akin to slavery, right? We're not saying which slavery was better or worse. We're saying the word applies to both. Right? And I don't know why that's disgusting to you. Animals are literally traded as products. And that's what was done to human beings. It's just that you think so little of animals and so much of humans that you find it disgusting for some reason. But the word applies to both. You're literally trading in sentient beings as if they were products. So I don't know what the outrage is about. Is it like us using a word that you don't like applied to animals? It's literally your fault, I'm sorry to say, Luis. It's because you think of animals so little that you give them zero moral consideration. Let the farm animals run free. Literally, Tyson B, literally nobody says that. You should take care of the farmed animals. You brought them into this existence. You are not responsible for their well-being. And that well-being includes not being exploited and killed, by the way. Literally no vegan advocates for just letting animals walk into the wild. As you self-stated, everybody wants to kill the chicken. All the wild animals. Chickens are just like, be like that everybody wants to get them. Especially since when we let pigs become feral again, they do wreak havoc. So we definitely should not let animals go in that way. We should take care of them. We should make farms into sanctuaries, if possible. Oh, I jumped again. I'm sorry. Somebody was making, it's not about calories, it's nutrition. Plants have a lot of nutrition, but also take a supplement. What would be the problem there? I'm sorry, it's going to jump a lot. How is a tomato more nutritious than an egg? Well, it is. It has more nutrition in it. Tomato has shitload of nutrition in it. It doesn't matter that, first of all, it does have protein and fats, just in a small amount, but also you're thinking of macronutrients, Luis, when nutrition is usually spoken about micronutrients, so the minerals and vitamins, and tomatoes have more minerals and vitamins in them. And for protein, you just eat other plants that are dense in protein, like tofu, seitan, textured vegetable protein, beans, lentils, things like that. Those different species of humans, if you are referring to Homo sapiens, a lot of tests have been done, and it shows that our intelligence levels are very similar. I don't know what you mean by that, but I don't know if intelligence is a good justification to killing somebody, if somebody has like a low intelligence or something like that. If that's what you meant, I don't know what you meant. Well, oh, it keeps jumping. Okay, vampires, lol. No, you're not vampires, you're just carnists. You are on an omnivorous diet when you don't have to be. So, I mean, we've been eating meat, and our ancestors have been eating meat for a reason, for essential. Well, no, they did it for survival. There is like a bunch of stuff that they did to survive that we don't do anymore. For instance, we don't rape anymore. So, again, we are advocating for veganism in the 21st century, and in the 21st century, you can be plant-based, you don't have to eat meat. In fact, it's detrimental to your health. Here's the thing, right, about ancestors in eating meat. So, calorie-dense foods, high-protein foods were beneficial to our ancestors because they could survive to reproductive age. Right, and could be stronger, better hunters and all that stuff, right? back then when they didn't have like supplemental proteins and all that stuff that we have in the modern days, right? But it impeded their longevity in a horrific way, right? As I showed, ancestors had cancer, had diabetes, had cardiovascular disease, and eating meat increases all of those risks, right? Today, we have a different goal. We're not just surviving to have children. We want to live as long as possible. And it seems from modern literature that eating closest to plant-based would get you to your goal of longevity better, right? Eating meat impedes that goal in a greater way. So like looking at ancestors, like not only is weird conceptually, because there are a bunch of stuff that we don't do that they used to do anymore, but also like scientifically it's weird. We have different goals. Modern science shows us that eating plant-based is better than eating animal-based. Shut up, lady. Well, I'm gonna ignore you. That's okay. Like if you don't want to listen, you just leave my chat, right? Shut up. Why would I shut up if you come in here? You come in here into my chat and tell me to shut up. Weird. So I have to ask this. Tom, can you please join the VC and we can have a conversation? Because you see, I'm having a hard time going through the chat. You can just join the VC and talk to me. Oh, Tom, what's up? Thank you for joining, so that I'm not alone. Holy shit.
Okay, I'll just keep you company and be quiet.
I appreciate you so much, Tone, for what you do in the chat. Fantastic.
All right.
Thank you. Love you. If someone provides you with a legitimately unexploitative method of farming a single animal product, would you change your opinion? Oh, obviously, if you have like a cultivated meat and it comes from non-exploitative means, and those exist, I would definitely try that. I would be vegan. If it's not exploitation and slaughter of animals, inherent exploitation and slaughter of animals, yeah, that would be a vegan product, obviously. So cultivated meat in the near future, I think would veganize the world if people just stop being cringe about it and like making all kinds of claims about it. We aren't God, we didn't create chickens and pigs. Oh, the fuck we didn't. We selectively bred them. Just because we use them doesn't mean that it's the moral thing to do, Tyson B. So it's like, it's a fallacy. It's an is-ought fallacy, right? You're saying, well, this is what we do, but this is a conversation about what we should do, not just what we actually still do, right? So yes, we globally as humans exploit animals these days. That doesn't mean it's the moral thing to do. And once we understand that world B, the one where we don't exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary products, is the better world for the animals and actually for us as well, we should choose that world. We should work towards that world. That's how morality works. You make a judgment and not just a statement of current fact, right? It only applies because you're trying to force. Am I forceful, guys? Put 2 in the chat if I'm forceful. And don't assume my thoughts and feelings. No, I'm asking you for your thoughts and feelings. But also, like, if you have a thought and a feeling that it's okay to exploit and slaughter animals, I'm going to have a conversation with you about it. I'm not going to force you. I can't force you. I don't know where you are. I'm not going to slap that burger out of your hand. I'm just going to, have a conversation here on my channel, in my corner of the internet, with people about the morality of eating non-plant burgers, right? When you have the choice to take the plant burger. That's all I'm doing. Estrada, look up Peter's policies, you idiot. They want to get rid of pets. No, that's not what they're doing. That's a straw man. So what Peter does is they take in the animals that no other shelter would take in. So the most sick, the most dying. And then they, I feel like, compassionately euthanize them. There was one misunderstanding and they killed a dog that wasn't supposed to be killed, right? A person made a mistake, a human being made a mistake. But PETA's policies are incredibly compassionate when it comes to pet animals. They take in the animals that no shelter will take in because it just costs so much to care for them. And they will care for them and compassionately euthanize those animals. That's why their kill count is so high, right? So let me tell you, like from my world, I work adjacent to a hospital, right? So I work with a lot of surgeons, let's just say it like that. And a lot of surgeons won't take a surgery when they know the outcome of that surgery is likely death, right? They're not gonna do that, right? So PETA does that basically. Even if they know that they can't care for the, like, it would be like a lot of resources to help the animal or to be compassionate towards them. Animals that are like really, really dying, right? They'll take them in. So I'm sorry, you're spreading lies, mate. Oh, again, shut up, lady, right? So that's that person. I mean, if you say, shut up, lady, just walk away, mate. Not a lady, by the way, a non-binary person here. Fish is the most nutritious food? Obviously not, we just showed that. Let me show it again. Fish is obviously not the most nutritious food. Where is it? Health, nutrition, no, I put it in, I keep not remembering where I put it. Give me a sec, it's not in health and nutrition. It's common arguments and in bingo, right there. So we just literally just showed it, right? So here's some fish, right? Crustaceans, fish. And here's aquatic plants, much more nutrient dense. Right? So your claim is just false. Your claim is false. Oh, I jumped again. I'm so sorry, guys. So if I haven't answered your claim or question, or if other person didn't address it in the chat, just copy it again, write it again. So I'm so sorry. It just keeps jumping. It's just like terrible. In the same vein, would you rather kill a human or a dog just trying to gorge? Well, I'd rather kill neither. It's not necessary to kill anybody. So in like survival situations, that context changes. But I'm here standing in my room. It's not climate controlled because I am an environmentalist as well. But like I'm a little hot. But like this room shelters me from rain and snow and immense heat as well, right? So, and I get my food by going to a market or a supermarket, which I have to go get into in about an hour anyways. And I just don't have the need to kill either humans or dogs or cows, chickens, pigs, or deer or foxes, anybody, right? So it's a false dichotomy, Stephen, is what I'm trying to say. I think most people on Earth, right, have the ability to kill nobody. You just don't need to. Just don't need to kill anybody. Right? That's the context of most of our lives. P, I appreciate you. Yeah, it's one pet, one time, Luis, right? They made a mistake and literally PETA fired that person immediately. They just literally made a mistake. So it's like basing the policy. Somebody made the claim that I think it was you as well, that the PETA's policy is to kill people's pets when that's not true. It's literally just like one time somebody made a mistake and a dog was killed for it. I'm condoning that, or condemning, I guess, condemning that, right? That person literally made a mistake, though. That's not PETA's policy. PETA's policy is to take care of the most sickly, the most hospice-bound dogs, pets, that they're trying to do a good thing and you're shitting on them for it. Why? Why are you spreading misinformation? Go check out that policy. Did you actually go and check out that policy? Or have you just heard on the internet somebody saying, well, PETA kills people's pets? I mean, I did my homework, right? I'm no advocate for PETA. They do good stuff, they could do bad stuff as well. But that claim is literally just like propaganda. You're literally citing propaganda to me, Luis. I am 100% sure, as vegans, like vegans of all people, right? If there was an organization on our side that did something wrong to animals, we call them out for it. We call them out for it. Like, for instance, Impossible Foods, they actually tested on animals and they made like a plant-based burger. We call them out for it, and most of us like boycott Impossible Foods. Although I think that's a bit of an issue, right? Like, anyways, that's too nuanced. But we call out vegan organizations and vegans and each other all the time. We hold each other to a very high standard. So yes, when I heard the claim that PETA just like straight up kills pets, I went and checked it. I've read their policy. I've read all the claims that were made. And indeed, there was one pet, I think, that was collected completely by mistake. Like a person made a mistake and PETA euthanized that dog. I don't know how, frankly. I think there was like a human error extravaganza happening there. And that person was sacked from PETA, right? And PETA's policy is to take care of hospice dogs, hospice pets. And that's why the euthanasia count is so high. They're literally taking last resort animals where nobody would take that kind of animal. No other like shelter, whatever, would take those animals. They're helping people and animals. That's their position. They do a lot of cringe stuff as well, right? I have problem with them. But the claim you are making, Luis, is just incorrect. It's just propaganda. Well, I'm here, Rab. I can't see you.
They asked the question in an important one.
Well, just say you're not vegan and continue from there. My mate, just say you're not vegan and continue from there. It just ask you, are you a vegan? And then you press no. And then it asks you another question. You just press also no, I think, for you better. And just get in here. We're here. Oh, and board in one. I can see you. What does your nutrition graph show? Is it nutrition per gram? Oh, fuck me. I don't remember. Is nutrition per gram? Probably. It's probably either per gram or per calorie. But let me get in here. Or is it some bullshit? Well, it's definitely not bullshit. It's scientific paper. So let me just check. Gram. It's not gram. It's probably per calorie. That would be high calorie foods and seeds, blah, blah, blah. So results. Whether the score was calculated on mass, so per gram, or energy. So they checked both. Had important implication for the FBS items achieved the highest score, right? So I think they did like a correlation of both. So both per mass, so per gram, and per energy. I like the per energy system because we have like a certain amount of energy amount that we need to eat per day, right? And that's what we're doing. So I hope that answers you, Rab. And I'm sorry, it takes me a while to get to the question. I'm so sorry, you said it like 10 times. By the way, don't say it 10 times next time. Just tag me, and then I'll see it, right? Because Tone has the instructions to ban people like you, right? So it was very gracious of Tone not to ban you.
I won't ban them, but I'll time them out for.
Yeah, just like ask them not to do that, yeah. Reb, you in here already, you can just like join. Just join. Just join and have a conversation with me. Well, there is a side quest going on about pets, all right. Monocropping, yeah. So the monocropping has the same, the issue stems from animals because we feed 43% of our crops 2 animals and also all the stems, like the stalks as well. Right, so a lot of monocropping goes just to animals directly, right? If we eliminated animal agriculture, we would actually need 75% less land to grow our food, and we could alleviate monocropping. We could do that, right? Because actually veganic farming is more than capable to feed the world, and I have the paper somewhere. I have it in my email. I should add it to my, it's been asked a lot, so I should add it to my site as well. All right, what else do we have? I'm gonna go soon because I'm still a little tired from this. I'd at least make a coffee. Red fact, are you, because that one you'd be ban evading. Just give people the choice. Well, we don't give people the choice to whether or not kill people, right? We try to prevent that. So like giving people the choice to exploit and slaughter animals, it just goes against my ethics. I don't think they should have the choice. So when you have the choice to exploit and kill animals or to not exploit and kill animals, I think it's kind of psychotic to choose to exploit and kill animals. You yourself said there is a choice, right? There is no such a thing as purely vegan. There's just like when you have the vegan ethics, you follow them the best you can in the non-vegan world. That's what you do. There's like a red dot on my fucking face. Allergies. You see what I mean though, red fact? Like choosing to exploit and slaughter animals when you have the choice to not exploit and slaughter animals, how is that justified even? Rab asked the question. Oh, thank you, Tone. Sorry. Do you going to call out that vegan teacher and Tash Peterson? No, I think that, well, I don't know what, I don't consume much of that vegan teacher, but I think she has a lot of value in the community. If she does something that it goes against my convictions, sure, I'll call her out. But so far, Miss Katie haven't done anything. I think she was just misunderstood a lot. I think people are very highly motivated to make her into the villain. And Tash Peterson is doing a fantastic job. What the fuck would I call her out for? What the fuck would I call her out for? Well, for annoying people. I don't mind that. She does a good job. Yeah, eating pussy is vegan as long as it's consensual, Tyler. So absolutely no problem there. Oh, I jumped again. Shit. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna jump. Gorillas don't eat meat. Yeah, one of our closest ancestors. So it's like, again, doesn't even matter. Well, then on our ancestors, one of our closest clades or something like that. So not very scientific though. So like when it comes to evolution, I only learned about evolution like 7 years ago, something like that. So I'm trying to do a good job, but yeah, Rab, just jump in, have a conversation with us. You don't have to like, you know. I'm nice, I think. Put 1 in the chat if you think I'm nice. Put 2 in the chat if you think I'm not nice, and then justify what I'm not nice about.
They did say they're not a native speaker, BPM, so I think they're a bit off-put by that.
What, me being not a native speaker?
No, they're not a native English speaker.
Oh, Rab, okay, I'm so sorry. Well, yeah, you can just join and not turn on your voice, Rab. You can just ask me in general for discussion a bunch of stuff. Or you can keep asking me and then voting. How can you rate nutritional value by calorie? What do you mean? So if you have 100 calories of beef and 100 calories of tofu, they have very similar nutrition value. You just put in 100 calories instead of 100 grams. It's the best way to do it because what we consume in the end is a certain amount of calories, like to remain lean, right? I count calories sometimes to remain lean so that I know that I don't overconsume calories. And sometimes I just do outreach for literal ages and I eat very little calories that day. So calories are the king here. That's what you usually should use. Like saying 1 kilogram of beef has a lot of nutrition. Well, great, but nobody interacts with food that way, right? Nobody eats 1 kilogram of beef. Nobody eats 1 kilogram of wheat. Like saying 100 grams of lentils, it gives us no information. Saying 100 calories of lentils gives us a lot of information, because then you know that in my case, I think my limit is around 1,600 calories, right? So I can say that 100 calories of lentils providing me the nutrition while being like 1/17 or 1/16 of my daily amount of calories, right? If you overconsume calories, that's generally a problem. So that's the best way to count it, frankly, right? But if you like compare like 100 grams of beef and 100 grams of tofu, well, you have an issue there, because then you have like so much more calories in beef and so much more nutrition, obviously, but you're literally over-consuming at that point. That's why I like using calories when I compare foods. I think it's the best way. Well, the nutrition labels are also think it's the best way, because then the calories are the first thing. Like 300 grams of candy and 300 grams of, tofu. Not really, even like volume-wise, it doesn't give us a lot of information. I don't know if I was clear about it, Tom. What do you think?
Sorry, I'm busy watching chat.
That's all right. Do your job. What am I paying you for?
Yes.
Nothing. I'm not paying. Steaks are served pre-cooked. Wait. Yeah, but then the nutrition that you consume is post-cooked. But also you can compare like what happens to a steak when it's cooked. So it increases bioavailability of some stuff, decreases bioavailability of others, and it's mostly decreases in water weight as well, right? That's what happens when you cook food in general. So yeah, that's a good point though, Luis. So if you compare two foods, you should compare, both of them should be either cooked, prepared to the end, or both of them should be raw, right? So what I prefer, like, comparing like raw tofu to raw beef, because then I don't have to account for the way it was cooked. The weight changes like a lot, right? Because it like loses water. A lot to think about here, right? Like how with you food, I think my way is better, I think. If you don't agree, I'm sorry. Yeah, volume to calories. Yeah, sure. That's what I'm saying. Using calories is better than using grams. That's what I'm saying, Rep. I believe it's important to have a balanced diet, including animals. Well, I have a balanced diet, but it doesn't include animal fats. It has other fats in it. It even has some saturated fat in it once in a while. I mean, it's just like, it's a thought-stopping cliche to say, well, you need to have a balanced diet, King. I think, because what the fuck does that mean? What do you mean need animal products for if all nutrition you can get from plants and a supplement? There are fats in plant foods, right? You know that. So I'm not sure. Tony Amato, I have a vegan protein and I prefer eat to whey protein, yeah? But I prefer steak over vegetables. Well, listen, here's the thing, right? Your preference is not necessarily a good justification for exploiting and slaughtering somebody, right? It's okay that you, by the way, comparing steak to vegetables is kind of weird. Compare steak to like a well-cooked tofu, something like that, or like a plant burger. Or plant steak for that matter, right? Vegetable the rest of my life without meat. Well, listen, you're taking somebody else's life for it, though. Taking an animal, conscious animal life for it. So I don't think it's justified. You don't need steak, you prefer it. So like if I preferred like sex often, would that justify me like going out and raping a bunch of people? I don't think so. I don't think it's a good justification. My personal preference when it impedes on somebody else's life, liberty, you know. You know how much bees animals kill doing tofu. So the tofu preparation might kill a few animals, true, but it's literally the only way. So again, remember, guys, ethics, morality, it's about context. So somebody's trying to get in. Give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. 1 sec. Yeah. I'm so sorry, guys. It was just like important. Somebody tried to like get in the door. It's just there's like a leak to in my neighbor's apartment. I don't remember where I was, but like, okay, bees. So crop deaths are actually increased when you eat animal nutrition. So when you eat animal products, there are more crop deaths occur. So let me just get there. Okay, nice. Crop. Where are the crops? Oh, there you go. Crop deaths. So look at this, for instance, right? This shows you how many animals, and that includes bees and insects and all of that, are killed for each of those products. So yeah, I understand some animals are killed for vegetables, fruit, and grains, right? But many more animals are killed for the animal products, because animals eat crops. And the animals eat forage. Forage is also harvested, right? But also there is like a justification when it comes to like killing animals for crops. I would obviously prefer it didn't happen. I would obviously prefer to stop that. Just farmers are not vegan, they don't care. But also, literally, like if farmers wouldn't kill those bees and other animals, other insects, even mammals sometimes, literally nobody would be fed. And that includes the farmed animals. So it's somewhat justified. You have like a being, right? Like a swarm of beings attacking something that you produce to actually like literally feed the world. And there is no other way to stop it. But there actually is. It's just more expensive, right? You can create like greenhouses. And then you can solve the crop deaths thing. You can solve the bees being killed. You don't have to. By the way, also GMO products, if you use those, they literally are created so that animals are less likely to attack those foods. Like caterpillars and stuff, it's like they don't want that stuff. So GMO foods are healthy for humans, but prevent the killing of animals. Yeah, so like basically, like if you care, what I'm trying to say is, Kings, if you care about the bees and the animals killed for crop production, then you should become vegan anyways, because it reduces to a great amount, as you can see, the killing of animals. I hope that's clear. I don't know. All right, it's gonna jump again. I'm so sorry. Can I come on VC and give me, give me some praise? No, cringe. Don't do that. It's not boring content. I'm just like hero worshipping is not my style. I hate doing that shit. You can say coming in to VC if you want to and say hi. I would love that. Sorry, jumped again. I'm so sorry, guys. What's up, Chris?
Is your name?
Oh, let me just bring you up a little. Yeah.
Am I quiet? I can do it on here as well.
No, I brought you up. It's okay.
Good stuff. Well, yeah, I just wanted the chance to say thank you so much for making the soy feed. It's such a great resource.
Oh, what's up, Cheap? Oh, it's all the gang is here now. Awesome.
Hello.
If you want to hero worship anybody, hero worship Cheap. He hates it.
But I wanted to say as well, no hero worship, but just I think it's worth like praising traits that we want to encourage in others as well, right? And a big thing that I like about you, BPM, is you take a lot of initiative and you just do stuff like setting up the soy feed. You just did it. No one told you to do that. Doing streaming and everything like that. I mean, it's really cool. I think that it's a really good virtue for people to observe and try to replicate, to just get on with it, do it. You kind of know stuff that is helpful to do. Don't wait to be told what to do, right? Be like VPM, take some initiative and just do it.
Yeah, in fact, I'm not very good at doing what I'm told, so I just do my own shit.
Maybe it wouldn't work if somebody told you to do it.
It's straight up from desperation. I just want to do the best job, and I think the things that I do facilitate that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. And by the way, what is the resource that you're looking at? Is that part of your Discord server? Is that like a folder or a website or something?
No, I should add it at some point, but it's a site that I'm working on. So there are like a few spaces on it. So there is a Virtue Postmortem blog, probably nothing. And then there's arguments against carnism. And I just added just a lot of resources to it, and I keep adding to it as well. Right, and all of those are clickable. Some of them don't work, so I'm gonna have to check what's going on there. But basically, so if you want to talk to people about sentience, you just push that. This is like health and nutrition, and then they also have some connections. So hierarchy of evidence, how we know that meat increases cancer risk. This is that. By the way, I'm sorry, in the chat, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, but that's okay. So soy, for instance, people are like, oh, I'm not going to interact with soy. It's going to make me less manly. Well, that's not true. And we know that because we have a hierarchy of evidence. So when you test it in actual human beings, when you check human beings, they eat more soy, they're generally healthier and don't have the drop in tea and stuff like that, right? Nutrition for kids, still an emerging science, but basically it's absolutely possible to raise kids on a plant-based diet as long as they're well supplemented and eat calorie-dense, protein-dense foods. Satiation, even nobody's saying anything about it. Only one person ever said, but I added it. Satiation has nothing to do with if you eat animal foods or plant foods. It has to do with basically protein seems to be more satiating, fat seems to be more satiating. So, just eat those things with the carbohydrates and you'll be fine. Environment, just because a lot of people make claims about the environment and we know, based on trophic levels, whatever claim you make about a plant-based diet, animal-based diet is going to be at least 10 times more, just because, let me just click on it. I hope it's visible, yeah. Just because producers are the plants, right? And for every 10,000 calories, primary consumer is fed, or 1,000 primary consumers can be fed. And if you are a secondary consumer, you basically lose 10% of 90% of calories. Sorry, it's not 10%. It's divided by 10. So 90% of calories are lost if you're a secondary consumer, which means you eat animals, right? They eat plants. So eating plants directly will always reduce the amount of food we have to make, the environmental impact, all of that stuff. Sorry, Chris, I'm using the platform, your question to absolve off and address.
Absolutely, yeah, please.
So leather production, horrific. So I had to add something that isn't only about food because it's just horrific it is. Common arguments. So I have Carnis Bingo. I should probably find a more mellow name for it, but for now. And a bunch of them, so abortion, sometimes people ask about that shit. Canines, indigenous people can't be vegan. Not true. Oh, it's missing the link again. I'm gonna have to test it. I'm gonna have to see where the links went. But in any case, if you go on the side channel, you can find all the links there as well. I'm just trying to make it more interactive. And then meat propaganda, a lot of it has been happening. Not very developed on my side, so I would love to, if you send me your evidence for meat propaganda, and I'll add it. And then you have links to my soy feed, obviously, and then on a bunch of links here, Challenge 22 and stuff. The World Vegan Guides have been kind of collecting them, so people in India, they need to know how to go vegan. That would be as well. Everybody takes vitamin D. Literally everybody should, at least, right? Vitamin D is one of the most prevalent deficiencies. Literally, they put it in food in such great amounts so that people are not, deficient. What's up, Chase? And interesting posts and articles, I'm just adding that as well.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Chase? So I can give you this, but, it's in construction, and also Google Sites is like really fucked up sometimes. But yeah, definitely, if you have something to add to this, Chris, let me know. If you have more information that I haven't added yet, definitely send it my way and I will add it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is this live somewhere or not yet?
Oh, yeah. I put the link in the chat.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
You can use
Nice.
it, yeah, if you want. It takes a little bit of time to understand the flow. I'm trying to work on the flow, as you can see. It used to be just like a bunch of fucking side channel kind of situations. Where even I am like confused. Oh, where the fuck did I put the cancer risk, And now it's all in the same place. But the links don't work for some reason. I'm going to have to check it out. Vitamin D,
Nice.
just take a multi-supplement. It has vitamin D, or just take a supplement of vitamin D. Oh my God, people. What's wrong with supplements? Seriously, guys. Can somebody answer?
They're unnatural.
Yeah.
Why do you want me to eat artificial things?
Well, it's an appeal to nature fallacy. What's...
No such thing.
appeal to nature fallacy, what Chip was... Chase, I think. Oh, Chip, was it you saying this?
Yes.
I'm a little over-caffeinated. I had my first Monster drink today. I'm a little over-caffeinated.
Is it safe to say you're a monster now?
I don't think so. It uses sucralose, and something about sucralose that I like less than aspartame. I would prefer to have aspartame, frankly. So unnatural, so chemical, and yet it's beneficial to our health. Just reduces calories in a way that is like very beneficial. Get your why, Luis? Can you explain to me why you should get your vitamins from a natural diet? Why do you think it's better than supplementing on top of a natural diet? Obviously, why do you think your diet is natural? All the animals you eat are supplemented food, so like have supplements in their food. You get vitamin D from fish oil. What's the evidence for that? But also, like, you can just get vitamin D from plant-based sources. You can get... I know... Here's the thing. It's an is-ought fallacy. Well, that's where I'm getting... even if it's true. You're saying, well, that's where I'm getting my vitamin D. And I'm saying, well, you have other sources of it that you can get from other places. Including like a plant-based fucking DHA. If like fish oil has it, then DHA also has it. But I don't think you're correct. I don't think there is, unless they just put it in there. But you're already taking a supplement. Just take a plant-based supplement. What's wrong with that? Guys, your preferences are not a good justification for exploiting and slaughtering animals. If I prefer sex, it's not a good justification for me to go rape people, right? So if the thing that I'm pointing at is horrendous enough, or like horrendous at all, ethically horrendous, me preferring it is not a good justification to continue doing it. Oh, I think it's, I'm not sure, it's partially cotton. What's the problem with that? Plastic glasses, yeah. What's the problem with plastic glasses? You're just pointing at shit. Can you make an argument, though? Do you realize Monster energy drinks are not vegan? Yes, they are. They are vegan. What do you mean by that? Of course they're vegan. What's in them that isn't vegan? Exactly. What on earth? You see, I care about shit like that, so I checked if Monster is vegan or not. Monster is fucking vegan. Exploitation of animal bodies. How are my glasses exploiting animal bodies? Or how's my cotton shirt exploits animal bodies? Yeah, there is vegan vitamin D, obviously, D3. I can show it to you even, I think. I think I can show it to you. No, I don't think I, hold on.
There's synthetic cholecalciferol, which is D3.
Yeah. So there is, right? It's made from lichen or something like that. I don't have the package anymore because now I take just these. So these say, let me go to vitamin D3, right? And it says from plant-based cholecalciferol, from wild harvested lichen. Right? So yeah, there's vegan D3. There's also D2, but it's better taking D3. And by the way, I wanted to show you this omega-3 DHA. That's vegan. There you go. If you're taking supplements already, right, just take the plant-based ones. You get rid of animal shelters to make cotton fields. What's the evidence for that? What's the evidence for that? It could be like if you're creating a new cotton field, you could be displacing some animals, but I'm not sure. I would need to see evidence. Yeah, and then they, what do you mean get rid? They just go, right? And they go live somewhere else. I don't think foxes live in cotton fields. I think it might be hunting there, and then I would be actually happy. They kill less animals if there is no cotton fields anymore. Monster Energy does not provide vegan certification for its product, but it's vegan. Doesn't matter if it doesn't provide vegan certification. It's accidentally vegan. That's fine. They haven't been verified by a vegan organization, but literally nothing in the list of the ingredients that could not be not vegan. So it's just made by the way, where I drink, where I bought the drink, it was certified vegan. So it really depends on the country as well. Luis, we test these things, we check these things, right? And even if you showed me proof right now that Monster contains something that isn't vegan in it, then I'll just change my mind and stop buying Monster. But I have checked, Monster drinks are fucking vegan. Poor people drink Red Bull. I have one of the, not Red Bull, I have one that is even cheaper, so yeah. I bought it like once, I just wanted to try it because my friend that, I was at Vegan Camp Out, my friend had the drink and I wanted to try it. And also because I landed only a couple of days ago, I've been struggling with the timeline, all of that shit. I just need more caffeine these days. But I'll bounce back, I'll be fine. How are they meant to prove evidence? Well, we know what the ingredients are. Oh, you can join my Discord server, is that what you mean? You can just join my Discord server and provide evidence in the chat. You know, if there is a pinned comment, you can, so Luis, you can just join. There you go. I'm so sorry. It keeps jumping, Tony. I'm so sorry, but literally the best way to have a conversation with me is to join my Discord and join the chat. Join the VC. A bunch of people are in here now, but all of them are vegan, unfortunately, so nobody wants to talk to me about veganism. Oh, so sad.
I ain't no vegan. I'm a animal corpse eater.
Okay. Chase is trolling me now. Thank you, I appreciate it, because I'm so lonely.
Chase is a plant-based utilitarian. We already know
100% plant-based utilitarian. We now have evidence for that as well.
Yeah.
Love you, Chase. was amazing meeting you, by the way. Such a teddy bear.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
We had good times. Good times.
We did. You fucking farmers, don't do that unless it's consensual. You're a fucking farmer, I mean what you mean. I just got rid of European hamster burrow with plow 2 days ago. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? What is vegan vivo? It's funny. Monster drink are for poor people drink. Oh yeah, I've read that already. Oh, I'm sorry, it's jumping again. I have even poorer people than Red Bull kind of energy drink in my fridge. Sorry, I should solve this issue. I'm just terrible at like finding good chats to read. If somebody wants to be like a supporter of my streams and like basically work for this and just like isolate the images for me, just let me know, contact me if you want to do this service with me. Help me out. They just like crap, yeah, but they give me... I've been really groggy since I landed. Something about this travel, it's like something about this vacation was very tiring. Just because you say Monster about what drink is it, because they have many different ones. Well, the ones they picked have like vegan certifications. Please, come on. Again, just like you're being so uncharitable. I'm vegan. I care about this shit. I check before I buy something, right? So I checked that Monster is vegan. Jesus. You're just trying to make me look like a hypocrite. But that wouldn't even be right? If you told me, well, listen, Monster is definitely not vegan, I would just say, oh shit, I made a mistake. I'm never gonna make that mistake again because I'm not a hypocrite. I would never make that mistake again. What Monster drink do you consume? The pineapple one. Flavor. And do you consume is wrong. I just consumed it once. And if you tell me, show me the evidence that it's not vegan, I'm never gonna buy it again. Literally. And I call the vegan certification place and tell them this place is not vegan. Look at the evidence. This drink is not vegan. So you've removed the classification. You know, because mistake happen. But you can provide the evidence. You can join the Discord and provide the evidence. Hamster made it in 2 days after. I don't know what you're saying, Rab. For real. Why did you kill hamsters? What am I supposed to do? Stop farming? Well, you can try farming in a way that doesn't kill as many animals, right? Like, that's what I was saying, right? You keep blaming us for crop deaths, for animals who die for crops, when it's like the farmers who are not willing to like make adjustment. Farmers are not vegan. They don't give a shit about animals. So they're not willing to make adjustments in their farming practices to kill less animals. For instance, greenhouses, right, would prevent a huge amount of farming practices, right? So blaming us vegans for crop deaths when you are the ones doing the crime, it's really fucked up. Can you imagine, right? Like if it was like the best vegan position was to like starve myself to death because farmers are not willing to stop killing animals. So you adjust what you do to stop making me less moral, Reb. And stop fucking farmers unless it's consensual. I'm making a joke. I'm so sorry. I should stop making that joke though. Well, Reb, your English is bad. You said it yourself, right? It's incredibly difficult to read your stuff. So I wouldn't blame other people for this, right? Wearing animal corpus, model clothes are polyester. Yeah, wearing dinosaurs. Oh, nah. We're not taking this to a ridiculous position, but also polyester is most likely made out of plants. So very little dinosaurs in the, you know, in the, what is it called? What is it called? Fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are mostly plants. Anyways, But also, you know, let's not be silly. If something died millions of years ago, it's not vegan to exploit their death, natural death or catastrophic death, however they died. Oh, fuck me. Tony, I'm trying not to skip over your stuff, but it keeps jumping. Isn't the world tyrannical and dictatorial enough? Well, shouldn't we make it better then, Tony? Why are we keep being tyrannical and dictatorial towards animals? Like, I'm not being tyrannical and dictatorial towards you. You're literally entering my chat where I ask people what's their justification for exploiting and slaughtering animals for unnecessary stuff, right? I'm literally asking people. I'm not forcing anybody to do it. So I'm definitely not tyrannical and dictatorial. You, on the other hand, right? If you pay for exploitation and slaughter of animals, that's tyrannical and dictatorial. You're being tyrannical and dictatorial towards animals. For unnecessary stuff, you can just stop doing that. So you're mixing shit up. You're literally switching around the blame. Why do you do that? Force you to eat plants. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Me talking on my channel is forcing you to eat plants. Are you eating plants now? Have I forced you enough, Tony? Are you vegan now? Have I forced you? If the answer is no, you're not vegan, then I'm not forcing you, and I'm not being tyrannical and dictatorial. I'm literally asking for your morality. So, Tony, please answer me. If you have two possible worlds, identical, except in world A, you exploit and slaughter, we, as humanity, exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary products, and in world B, we don't exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary products. Other than that, the worlds are identical. Which world is more moral? Please answer my question. Please, what do you mean? I told you it's a Monster pineapple flavored one? Luis, literally. I literally answered that question. It's pineapple flavored. Would you like me to say more words about it? I'll go get the can. I finished it already. So it's in the recycling in my kitchen. If company makes not vegan products and you buy one of vegan ones, then you support non-vegan companies. Sure. So in the 21st century, as long as the so again, you're trying to like appeal to futility or to like a nirvana fallacy, right? So right now in the 21st century, I do the best I can to be vegan and moral, right? So my money will always go to carnists just because you are 99% of the population. So me paying rent on this place goes to carnists. Me going to a supermarket goes to carnists. Me buying plant-based food most likely goes to carnists, sometimes not. Sometimes it's a vegan company and everybody who works there is vegan. But then they spend their money on like supplies and stuff, that goes to carnists, right? So it's an appeal to futility and it's your fault again, right? It's again all of your guys' faults. It's not mine. I'm trying to change the world to make it more ethical. You guys are in my chat trying to impede that world, that better world. So it's your fault. Now I'm getting a little frazzled. Holy shit, now I'm being forceful. Give us a complete black background. Looks like text background. Just very annoying. Well, I'm so sorry. You can just grab the... oh shit, how am I doing that? I guess I can just give you the... I don't remember doing that, but yeah, I guess I can just give you the link and you can read it. I can't give you a black background right now. That's the background that I chose, but appeal to nature fallacy, which one it was? The Nirvana fallacy, also called an appeal to futility. Monster doesn't have certificate, that's fine, but it still like has all the ingredients are plant-based. Look, I'm not religious.
Good morning.
What's up? How are you doing, Joe? Guys, I'm not religious. I don't. Sorry, go on. Sorry, Joe. Just addressing 1 second, and I'll talk to you. So, Monster doesn't have certificate. I'm not religious. If I know something is plant-based, but it doesn't have like a certificate, like a kosher certificate or something like that, I don't care. I know it's plant-based. I don't care about that shit, right? If it's accidentally vegan, it goes into my gob. If it's intentionally vegan, it goes into my gob as well. I'm just trying to do my best not to support exploitation and slaughter of animals. I don't give a shit about certificates. Sorry, Joe. What's up?
I found these really good chili lime peanuts. They don't have the vegan certificate on them, but I've been buying the shit out of those.
Oh, yeah.
ChatGPT says Monster energy drinks are considered vegan.
Yeah, of course they are.
But apparently not all are though. So
Yeah.
there might be some that contain some natural flavors or additives that are not vegan.
Yeah. Mine
But
has a certificate
I think if
on
you
it,
get
so-
the then it should be vegan.
But like, again, to make the point, even if it isn't vegan, provide the evidence for it, and I'm never going to buy it again because I'm not a hypocrite. Meanwhile, I've
Yeah,
been
exactly.
providing you evidence. I haven't been providing any evidence to that, but I could provide you the evidence that it's not okay to exploit and slaughter animals, but you'll continue doing it, won't you? Guys in the chat.
Yeah, sometimes we make mistakes. Like I bought a shampoo once and there was like milk in it or something. This was like years ago, and I never bought it again.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, easy. You find out that you've done something that increases the rights violations of animals. And once you find out, you just say, oh shit, I'm just not going to do it anymore. You even get upset sometimes, right, Joe? Like, oh shit, I haven't checked it thoroughly enough. Fuck. And again, guys,
Yeah,
it's all your
It's
fault,
happened-
people in the chat, because you advocate for the world to continue exploiting and slaughtering animals, so it makes it harder for me. It's not my fault, it's your fault.
Yeah, it's happened like half a dozen times, and usually I'll just return the product. But like one time it was like a shampoo, it was like halfway gone already, and I was like, oh damn it.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Essentially, it's one of the things of being 1% of a population who cares about animal ethics, right? And then people who don't care about animal ethics come in and say, oh, you fucked up. No, you fucked up. You provided these products that aren't, it's like sometimes vegans literally have to break their brains looking for the ingredients on the internet, right? That's your fucked up position, not mine. Why am I blamed for it? I'm not a hypocrite. Once I find out that something is vegan, that's it. It's gone from my roster.
But you know what? None of them are brave enough to come and have a conversation with us, right? They all just hide behind the keyboard somewhere in the chat. So how about you come up here and have a conversation with us if you have any concerns instead of sitting right there behind the keyboard.
Luis, you're saying I only eat natural foods with minimal processes. Well, first of all, holy shit, do the animals that you eat are supplemented with synthetic supplements? But second of all, why is that better than eating some processed foods? Some processed foods are incredibly healthy, like for instance, protein powders, right? You're making an appeal to nature fallacy. Please read it and please stop doing it. Right there. That's what you do. Why? We don't have evidence that everything that is natural is good and everything that is synthetic is bad or processed is bad, right? It has to go case by case, right? Some processed foods are bad for you. Some ultra processed foods are really good for you. So for instance, like it's not a good justification to not eat tofu because tofu is literally processed the same way that cheese is, except they also don't add a huge amount of sodium. Sodium, if you eat too much of it, although it's natural, it's going to be detrimental to your health, right? So there's another nuance in there. I'm also gay. What annoys you, Luis?
My favorite unnatural thing I consume is processed water.
Yeah.
We clean the water with filtration systems. And we take out all the bacteria and parasites and giardia. It's great. It's ultra processed. It's clean drinking water.
Yeah.
Love that shit.
I love the processed water. Holy shit. It's just so like beneficial to health to drink the processed water rather than the parasite-infested, bacteria-infested natural water. Why are you vegan? How can you not like bacon and steak? That's inexcusable. Well, here's the thing. I like bacon and steak. I just find it inexcusable to exploit and slaughter animals for like a bump in taste pleasure. I like other foods as well. And I eat the least ethically bad foods that I can find. And that's a plant-based diet right now. It's not perfect, but as I said, as I've been banging on about it, We live in a carnist world where people don't give a shit about animals. That's inexcusable. Exploiting, slaughtering animals for taste pleasure. What kind of a justification is that? If human babies tasted good, would that be a good justification for eating them? Killing and eating them? Weird. Could people survive in 2025 BCE as vegans? Honest question. I don't know, maybe, but we're not there. So I'm on YouTube streaming with an artificial light and artificial camera into an artificial mic. 2025 AC is fantastic. And in 2025, 21st century, you can be vegan. It's healthier for you. And obviously, animals are not going to be exploited and slaughtered for you. So it's kind of, here's the thing, right? I'm trying to answer it, Joey, but it's kind of so irrelevant to the conversation that I'm struggling. It could be that it wasn't possible back then because like B12 probably would be weird. I'll guess you could get it from water or something like that. But we're not in that situation. So I don't even know how to relate to our situation. The context matters. And the context of being vegan in the 21st century is that we don't have to exploit and slaughter animals to continue being healthy, thriving, all of that stuff, right? I grow my own vegetables, that's nice. But again, still an appeal to nature fallacy. It could be that highly processed food could be more healthy than any vegetable. It's just an appeal to nature fallacy. Just please read it, Luis. Seriously, it will fix your brain a little bit. When people use the term that sounds gay to insult people, well, yeah, that's bad. I didn't see that happening, but yeah. If you could like, if they do it next time, we'll just ban them or something, okay? I'm not vegan, but I do enjoy a vegan diet, and I don't want you or anybody. Tony, you haven't answered my question, by the way. Anybody trying to coerce me? Are you coerced already? Are you vegan then? Are you vegan by ethics now? Since you've been watching me for about 2 hours. Are you vegan now? I've asked you 2 questions. As far as I can see, you haven't answered any of them. Tony. I would appreciate it if you answered them.
It seems kind of a priori true that any unnatural version of a natural food you could make healthier.
Oh yeah. You're
Like, I
literally
could just come up
manipulating it to be healthier.
Yeah.
You're right, you could do that.
Yeah, you could give me any food and I could easily think up an unnatural version that's more health promoting.
Oh yeah.
It'd be trivially easy.
The strains of potatoes that we grow today is healthier than the strain of potatoes like 2,000 years ago. So is it natural?
Like just pick any food and you could just like sprinkle potassium or B12 on it or something, and it's now healthier and unnatural.
Yeah,
Just like
100%.
super easy to think up. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Joe. Go on.
Yeah, I think you got the point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the whole natural though, I've thought about this and it just seems like trivially true that you could just make an unnatural version of anything. And water is the easiest example. Like, you just take out the parasites.
Yeah. Luis, so something to address. I'm not saying that you eating natural vegetables is bad. I'm saying you demonizing unnatural foods is unnecessary, right? Because unnatural foods, so my supplements, a lot of them are natural, by the way, right? They were just grown in the lab, but they were grown in the lab by bacteria, right? So like vitamin D, lichen, however you say that, mushroom fungi thing. Vitamin A, natural, just literally beta-carotene made by bacteria, B12 as well, made by bacteria. So natural foods, right? But some of them are synthetic. There's nothing wrong with that, right? That's the claim you are making. I'm not making the claim that natural vegetables are bad. I can make the claim that are not really natural, what you're eating today, but that's fine, right? That doesn't matter. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying some not unnatural food could be better. And you are kind of demonizing that, and I don't know why. I mean, I know why. That's the society we live in. People make the appeal to nature fallacy like a lot. What else did you say? I'm sorry. I'm confused. You pushing veganism but dislike vegetables and fruit. No, I love vegetables and fruit. I'm just saying, right? By the way, I'm not pushing anything. I'm literally just talking to people. Like this terminology, this uncharitable terminology pisses me off a little bit. But Luis, listen, the only thing I'm literally saying that some processed foods and some unnatural foods, synthetic foods, could be better than natural, right? So cyanide is natural, that's not good for you. Sodium is natural after a certain amount, that's not good for you. So dose response is also important. Whereas like protein powder is unnatural, but it's really good for you. And synthetic B12 is unnatural, but it's really good for you. It can keep your, much more reliably, keep your B12 on point, keep your B12 in check. The Red Bull is a monster. Funny. Wait, okay, I read that. Sorry, I again skipped a lot, but like, Tony, I have a question. If we don't want to stop eating meat, are you okay with deploying government violence against us to force us not to eat meat? So eating meat is not my problem. There are vegan, ethical ways to eat meat. My problem is with exploitation and slaughter of animals. And I'm sitting here trying to help everybody understand that it even against their position. If, Tony, you actually answered my question, right, about the two possible worlds, you would see that your ethics might be pretty close to mine, right? If you chose world B, where we don't exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary things, right? You keep trying me to make a claim about, like, would I force other people to stop eating meat? And eating meat is not the problem. It's the exploitation and slaughter of animals is the problem. And yeah, I think ethically, right, the way we prevent murder of humans, we should also prevent, the way we try to prevent slavery in a modern society, right, because we realize those are bad, we should also societally try to prevent exploitation and slaughter of animals. If you're asking me hypothetically if there was a button where I push that button and everybody still eats meat, but animals are not exploited for it or not slaughtered for it, yeah, fuck yeah, I would push that button in a second, because I'm saving the victims. I'm saving the victims. But can you please answer my question now, mate, Tony? You have two possible worlds, they are identical, but in world A, we exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary products, and in world B, we don't exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary products. Which one would be more ethical? World A, world B? Can you please answer the question? I should make a graphic for it, because maybe it's like, for people who are not used to talk about ethics, it's a little confusing, right? I'm asking vegans now. I should make a graphic out of this, right?
Yes.
Yes, I'll do it. I'll do it today or tomorrow, something like that. But Tony, I'm now ignoring all other comments. I'm just waiting for you to answer my question, please. Please answer my question. That's the only thing I'm waiting for. I'm just looking for your name, and I'll let the chat go by. I'll repeat the question until you can answer. So, two identical worlds. World A, we exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary things. World B, we don't exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary things. Which world is more ethical? World A or world B? Tony, if you don't answer my question, I'm literally gonna, like, really get pissed off. Please answer my question. World A or world B?
He's not gonna answer the question.
Here's the thing, you're scared to, like, take a ethical stance on this very simple thing. And you think I'm forcing myself on you. World A is more ethical, somebody else answered. Where you exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary things is more ethical than the world where you don't exploit and slaughter animals for unnecessary things.
Imagine
How did you
that.
reach
Oh,
that
silly.
conclusion? Tony, you're not answering my question, which tells me that you might not be listening. And people who don't listen and ignore me for a long time, it really pisses me off. I'm just banning them. Although I would appreciate if you stayed, frankly, Tony Amato. I would love if you stayed, but you have to answer my question. We are humans, we are top of the food chain. Well, you would still be top of the food chain, Asmodeus, if you just ate plants. It's 2 links. You plants. That's a food chain. Tone things down. Are you talking to Tone or are you talking to me? Tony, you better answer my question.
We know where you live, man.
No,
Answer the
come on.
question.
No, don't do
I'm
that.
kidding. Sorry, I'm kidding. Of course we know.
That's all right. I know. Amadeus as well, right? We're humans, we're top of the food chain. That's like a meaningless thought cliche. What is it called? Terminating cliche. Tony, you're not answering my question. Are you ignoring me on purpose? Okay, Tony is talking about frogs being gay.
What ridiculousness. I see his comment now. They're literally turning frogs gay.
Yeah, we don't need that
Tony,
shit here. Like Alex Jones types can't change their mind.
Can you imagine what kind of world these people live in? Like, they probably are so scared the fact that all of this happens to the people around them.
Yeah. None of my arguments make sense bombastic. Or are you talking to somebody else? I'm so sorry. It could be vegan bycatch. That's why I try to be nice, because sometimes you misread something that a vegan said. You're like, oh. Do you think people that choose to eat meat should naturally hunt for it? No, I think hunting is still exploitation, slaughter of animals. You literally kill an animal when you don't have to. You can just be on a plant-based diet. It's a modern world where there isn't possibility for everyone. Yeah, you can just like choose plants instead. Mastery. Literally nobody has to eat animals anymore. So I'm not advocating for hunting. In fact, I think hunting is like a cowardly thing to do. Definitely not a natural thing to do. And definitely still exploits and slaughters animals. I'm an omnivore, not a carnivore. Well, those two are different things, right? So omnivores, first of all, can be on a plant-based diet. Even carnivores can be on a plant-based diet. So that's like a meaningless statement. It's literally just like what humans evolutionarily ate. That's not a prescriptive claim, right? It's a descriptive claim. We've done this for that much time. Doesn't mean that we have to continue doing it. That's an omnivore. Carnist is a state of mind. So it's a state of mind that exploiting and slaughtering animals is necessary, natural, and nice. That's what carnism is. I go hunting a few times a year. Please reconsider not shooting animals in the lungs anymore. Please reconsider not doing that anymore, because you're literally killing animals when you don't have to. You can just naturally grow plants and then also buy a few less natural products like tofu or protein powder that are incredibly helpful. You don't have to kill animals for your way of life. That's like, you're literally still doing an appeal to nature fallacy, Luis. Have you read this? Please tell me yes or no. Omnivore means I eat both meat and plant-based diet. No, omnivore means it's a taxonomic classification. It means as a species, we've been omnivorous when we were in nature. That's literally what it means. People, when they say omnivore, they like apply it to modern diets, but that's a misnomer. That's a misnomer. I use it as well sometimes, right? I'm just saying you shouldn't put too much stock in it. Like, we can be plant-based, therefore we should. That's BS. Well, how is that BS? What's BS? Literally, omnivore is a taxonomic classification. Can you please, Luis, you saw that I don't like being ignored. Can you please answer my question? Have you read the appeal to nature fallacy as it is on my screen? Please, yes or no? And then I'll address your other stuff. Yeah, you do this. This is a next fallacy, but please tell me that you read the appeal to nature fallacy. Please show me that you are capable of learning something new so that I don't waste my time on you. It's a yes or no question. Answer it now, please, Luis. Luis, please answer my question, or I'll know that you are not listening to me at all. What's up, Tube? I mean, you know. No, I haven't. So please read the Appeal to Nature fallacy. It's going to fix your brain a little bit. This is a literal fallacy. So the inferences that you are making are false. So please read what it is on the screen. It's there for you, to help you. By the way, I'm running out of time. Can you please read what I've showed you on the screen? This is not my invention. That's a logical fallacy. And you're making it all the time. So can you please read it? And please indicate that you read it, Luis. If I buy you for, I'm not paying for your book. Can you please read this very short text? It will fix your brain. You're literally making, you are coming to conclusions that are false. And this will help you stop being as false, as fallacious. People who are telling me to shut up, you entering my chat, you can just leave. The fallacy is BS. No, the fallacy is like a logical fallacy. It's a known fallacy that people do. So, Colton, right? Cyanide is natural. Doesn't mean it's good, right? Please say yes or no.
So Lewis might have an issue with the fact that the text is behind the chat on mobile and stuff.
Oh, I got you. Can I fix that? Fuck. I didn't consider that shit.
But now he says that he read it.
Okay. So does that help you though? Luis, I can make it smaller, I guess, because the chat comes in to a certain point, right? So you understand that you're making a fallacy by saying, well, everything that is natural is good, and everything that is synthetic, unnatural is not good. So you making the claim, oh, I live naturally. Literally, if you lived more synthetically, it would be better for you. And the animals, obviously, the animals that you kill by your hands. And I bet you don't do it by your hands. So there, nature debunked. You use probably guns or something. What else is there? That's honestly just dumb. You eat just synthetic stuff. No, that's not what I'm saying, bombastic. I'm saying that the claim that everything that is natural is good and everything that is synthetic is bad is wrong. Some synthetic stuff is good, some synthetic stuff is bad. Some natural things are good, some natural things are bad, right? That's not how we reach the conclusion if something is good or bad. We have to test it. And so we tested cyanide, right, throughout the years. Cyanide is natural, but it's not good for us, right? On the other hand, we tested like protein powders, and protein powders are good. And I just drank like a bottle with creatine in it. Creatine is amazing for the human flourishment, especially when it's in supraprandial amounts, right? So more than what you can get from food. Creatine is fantastic for you. Yet it's synthetic. It's 100% synthetic, by the way. It's literally a molecule that is like a bunch of molecules that are made in a lab. So that's what I'm saying. You don't have to eat just synthetic food. I eat a lot of natural, quote unquote, natural foods like fruit and veg and all that stuff. But the claim that synthetic is worse than natural, that's the fallacy. Because we have so many natural things that would kill you immediately. I was sharing my own life choices. Well, can you justify it though? Can you justify going and taking the life of a sentient animal when you can just eat beans instead? Beans are natural, by the way. You can just buy a can of beans and eat that, or like a bag of beans, instead of going out and ending the life of a sentient being.
Using a hunting bow, by the way, right? Which is arguably one of the worst ways, where they bleed to death, they're hurt. Like it's just an insane method.
Yeah. Surely you know it's an illusion, like the one-shot thing. You almost never get the one shot, right? So
That
cheap
they
is
don't do it
100%
with a
correct.
gun. This, which
Which
is
is
not
unnatural.
affected by wind and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You can imagine
Luis,
with a bow.
I really think you should join the Discord and have a conversation with Chip, for instance, right? Since I'm annoying
Yeah,
to you.
come on.
But Chip is a very nice guy.
Yeah, listen to my voice. I'm calm and yeah.
I need to
Come on, man. Let's have a conversation.
Chip, you would have to go live, though. I would have to end the conversation pretty fast.
You can also talk to me. I get rave reviews from Carnists. They all say I'm very nice.
True. Joe is fantastically nice. Like, almost too nice, I would say. Once in a while, Joe. Say somebody is a piece of shit.
Yeah, if it's just really clear they're trolling, I go off the rails. But yeah, I'm a nice guy.
So, Luis,
Nice
the
guys.
other fallacy that you are making, I'm gonna make it smaller for you so you can read it without the chat interfering, is in is-ought fallacy. You're saying, well, I'm doing this, right? But we're not talking about like the current fact of affairs, right? We're talking about morality. We're talking about, well, should you continue doing it, right? And I think you shouldn't, because you're taking the lives of animals for it. You can stop doing it. You can just buy synthetic stuff instead, or other natural stuff that aren't coming from exploitation and slaughter of animals. Right? You see what I'm saying? In the is-ought fallacy is when in a question of morality, of whether you should do something, you're just saying, well, this just is. It's how it is. That's a fallacy. You don't use those scores, that's fine. I get rid of your moderator. I timed out Tony Amato after they started saying that the frogs are gay, that we're making the frogs gay. That's just fucked up shit. They also weren't answering my questions, and I find that annoying. So I'm the moderator that took him away. I can't get rid of myself because it's my channel. Generally speaking, Jim Brown, I'm so sorry. I took away your Alex Jones friend out of my chat, but also they just timed out for 30 minutes so they can come back later. So they can continue listening if they want, right? Yeah. Ask the Indians what. We will. The tough is Indian. Yeah. What else is there? I love the feeling of hunting and providing for me and my family. You love the feeling of blood spilling out and the animals gargling. You love the feeling of taking a life of somebody. It's a little psychotic, don't you think? But also, not a very good justification, is it? If I loved the feeling of hunting down people, would that justify it? If you could please answer. If I loved the feeling of hunting humans, would that justify me going out and hunting humans?
Can you explain what justify means in this context?
Yeah, so something that makes the context of an action okay, right? So I would say in some context, it's okay to kill a human. If a human, for instance, is holding a pew-pew at the head of a toddler, right? Just like an extreme example, it would be okay to take the life of that human who's holding the pew-pew, right? So that added context makes killing somebody okay. That's a good justification for killing somebody. So can you please tell me, if I liked the feeling of hunting humans, would that justify me going out and hunting humans? Thank you, Chip. Was my explanation okay?
No, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. No, if I'm not doing something good, if I'm not saying something correct, just tell me. What if it was a baby Hitler? Yeah, if I had 100% knowledge that the toddler was a baby Hitler, I would probably not shoot. But, we can't see in that way.
Yeah.
Right, so that's why I kind of find those notions a bit ridiculous. Yeah, if I had a knowledge of that person. Definitely growing up to be that guy.
Yeah, so the reason why I ask what is justified is because when it's a person who gets lost in the is-ought fallacy, right? they definitely won't understand this idea of justified or unjustified. So
Yeah. Luis, can you answer my question, please, though? I've asked you a question, right? I've took your example and replaced the victim. Can you please tell me if the justification, right, the excuse of liking doing something justifies the action? So in my case, you said, I like hunting, therefore it's justified. Well, you didn't say that. You said, I like hunting. So I asked you, if I liked hunting humans, if I enjoyed it, would that justify me going out and hunting humans? Right? Pretty simple question. Can you please answer it though, Luis?
and
Yeah.
also if it were legal, because I see he also brought the legality into it.
Oh, that doesn't matter. So if 200 years ago, whatever, 300 years ago, it was legal to own people. Wasn't moral, was it though? So that's definitely a bad justification. But please, can you answer, Luis? Are you going to eat the child? Why do people think that eating something justifies pretty much everything?
If you put it in your mouth, it's justified.
Well, cheap. I'm blushing. Justifies
that's
rape
all
as
it
well,
is.
right?
Well, isn't food exactly that? Like, I wonder if you say, instead, so that don't absorb the nutrition, if you just make a hole in your neck and all the food that you eat comes out of that hole, is it
Yeah.
still justified?
Yeah. I'm literally trying to justify baby killing, mate. It's funny. Luis, hunting animals one thing, but humans is illegal. Well, I'm not talking about illegality. It's like it doesn't get in, Luis. It's like it doesn't get into you, right? So 200 years ago, it was legal to own humans. Wasn't justified though, right? Wasn't ethical. So legality doesn't necessarily equal morality. It tries, but it's not necessarily that. It's also a matter of time, right? So 200 years ago, back then, you have been answering, it's a yes or no, though, question, right? So is me liking to hunt people, would it justify to kill people? Legality doesn't matter. That context doesn't matter. Unless, right? Unless you could tell me, Luis, that if it was moral to hunt people, you would. And then, that would be weird. Yeah, laws change over time. That's why I'm saying it's irrelevant to the question of morality. So I'm asking you, would you be killing people if it was legal? I gotta go soon, really soon. Otherwise I get stuck without food.
What are you gonna get?
Well, it's a market that closes early, and because it closes early today, everything is gonna be discounted. So it's like a fruit and veg, basically.
Yum.
Yeah. That's why I'm in a hurry, because it's gonna close in 1.5 hours, and I still have to get there. Mate, no, the animals you're hunting are innocent, so don't provide more context. Innocent people, would you hunt them if it was legal? This is the problem as well. People who are not used to talking about ethics, they keep adding context to it to make it okay. Literally, please, equalize the context. The animals you're killing are not killers. In fact, they're really peaceful, herbivorous animals. There's a bunch of other stuff. I think I'm gonna end the stream, guys. Luis doesn't seem to get it.
No, I think what
yeah.
Yeah, what's happening with Lewis is that he gets stuck in this whole thing where he was, it's either illegal or it's only if the people are guilty. Like, he doesn't really understand why or how it should be. Really, he just goes by this is how it is.
Yeah.
This makes sense to me because somebody taught him that, and he can't think further.
Yeah,
ahead
just
of
a
that.
little of a lazy thinking. Lewis, I believe in you. You have the superior human moral intellect. Have the superior human intellect, right? You should exploit it a little more, in my opinion, right? But I'm gonna end the stream right here. Guys, I thank you very much for coming. I'll be here on Wednesday as well, right? Morality is fluid. Well, no, some things in a vacuum are just wrong. Then when you add context to them, then it's might become not wrong. But in a vacuum, killing is a rights violation. Thank you very much for everybody for coming.